And welcome to Some Guys Talking. I'm Tyler the Collector.
And I'm Aviary Law.
How you been?
Great. How are you?
So not genuine anymore.
Well,
they didn't know that. I ruined it. Took them out of the moment.
Yeah, you broke that fourth wall.
Yeah, I did.
Way to ruin
the breaker of walls, breaker of chains. I want a huge, like Khaleesi style.
Who doesn't?
That's my goal in life.
My wife has one on my channel. If you type in !MBL, there's like a long title.
That's awesome.
That's Khaleesi style. I don't have one though.
No.
Mine would be like keeper of pugs, something like that. Drinker of craft beer.
There you go. Speaking of craft beer, I had a craft beer last night.
Well, what'd you have?
Snake oil from Homebrew, or something like that.
Homestead Brewery.
Homestead Brewery. Yep.
IPA.
Are they in Heath?
They're out by the Air Force Base.
They're local.
Yep, local. Did you like it?
It was okay.
It's an IPA, I think.
It says ale, but I don't know what that means.
Maybe it's a pale ale.
Isn't it all the same?
Not at all.
No, it tastes all the same to me.
They have
this
a beer.
Isn't Michelob Ultra.
They have a beer called the Yabba Dabba Doo. That's like limited release. It's a Fruity Pebble IPA.
Is it good?
And yes.
See, is it good to?
Is it good to you? They also have a. It's called a Bam Bam, and it is a Cocoa Pebble porter. Tastes like Cocoa Pebbles.
I get it, like Flintstones. Bam Bam.
Yeah, Bam Bam and Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the dinosaur's name? I wonder what he would taste like.
Dino.
I wonder what Dino Brew would taste like.
I'm gonna guess like
snake
Purple
oil,
punch.
Cotton candy.
Mm.
He's pink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's purple.
I wouldn't not drink it again, but I wouldn't buy it again.
We go there pretty frequently and just get like flights. We'll see and try everything. It's a really cool place if you actually go there. Where'd you have it?
I just bought it at the drive-thru.
Oh, okay.
We had a cookout we were going to, and I was like,
that's dangerous game, brother. You didn't even know what kind of beer it was.
Yeah, but it was more of like
he told me to pick something.
Yeah, let's pick something out. Let's get out of our normal comfort zone of beer.
Do you like certain kinds of beers?
I found what I liked, and then I just said, okay, I'm done.
Besides Mich Ultra?
Yeah.
What do you like?
No, I mean, that was it. When I found that, I was like, there's no need. There's no need to continue on the quest.
That's such a sad life you live.
Yeah, but I drink beer to get drunk, essentially. Not for, like, the flavor.
Yeah, I do both.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm going...
Holy shit, though. 6 of those is the equivalent of 10 Mich Ultras. Like,
oh, probably more.
Well, like, I'm talking about how I felt. Like,
oh, yeah.
I was like, okay.
It's almost impossible for me to get drunk off Mich Ultra. I feel like I sweat it out before especially if we're outside. I brought, when we hung out the other night, when we did Los Lost Boys on, what day was that? Friday night.
Friday night, a rarity.
Yeah.
We're on it. We took over another podcast.
It'll be interesting to see if that sees the day.
I hope
the
it
light
does.
of day. But we were over there drinking, having fun, and I brought Homestead's 10 Penny Amber. I think you'll like that. It's really good. But like I drink like 4, and I was like, whoa, like it doesn't take long for those beers to really
kick in.
Yeah. But
I think I'm gonna start trying in certain situations. Now, like other situations, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna stick with with Mich Ultra, and I'm gonna have a good time. And like hey, I don't want to get drunk, I'll try something else.
Like if we're doing a podcast together and we're having beers, that's a good time to try new beer. Yeah, because you don't want to get trashed.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so
that would be good.
If we end up doing one with Mrs. Birdlaw on Saturday night, then you can just get yourself a good one.
There might be a special, the most requested guest to come back.
Yeah,
like literally
the most requested guest of all time.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
but not to the fans.
People like Mrs. Birdlaw. It's hard not to, really.
MBL.
It's hard not to. She's likable.
That's her, right?
MBL, yeah.
I'm TTC. I thought that the other day.
Nice. I'm Al.
My buddy Al over here.
Al.
Big gay Al.
Buddy Al down by the schoolyard.
Hey.
Some shit.
Producer Megan is the PM.
MP.
Nope.
PM.
That's not how that works.
Just kidding.
It sounds very official, though. You could like own Canada. You're the PM.
The Prime Minister.
The project manager.
Or that.
That's what she really is.
That's what it is at my work too. PMs.
That's what we have. I'm definitely above my pay grade, though.
Mm. You're just a project engineer.
I'm a PE. Sounds better, though.
Are you?
You got some projects you need engineered?
We have PEs.
So she's technically an engineer. How's that make you feel?
Fine. That's fine.
Just throwing out that title.
I don't feel like an engineer.
Have at it. That's kind of that's pretty much what I do. I do PE, the project engineer role at my job. There's a PM role that just above that, and I don't like it because you have to talk to the client way too much, and I hate talking to the client. Like we just
talking
got
to people.
We just got
very similar to us.
We just got new computers on Friday, and everyone's going around making sure that their phones worked. I didn't even do it. I was like, I'm praying to God my phone doesn't work. They can't call me.
God, you're such a great employee.
The design's on point though. That's not want to talk to your ass.
What have you been playing this week?
Dude, I am like, I'm back. I'm fully pulled into Stardew. Like I'm
Okay.
just in it, dude. I can't get enough of it. I played it today before I came over here. I played it last night when I got home.
What are you playing on?
PC.
Okay.
I have it for Switch, but
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know. Like maybe you were doing it on the Switch.
No, I didn't because it's just so much easier on PC. It really is. Like
The
I don't know.
$800 Switch investment is down the toilet though.
Dude, I bought Skyrim finally. It was,
my
it was on
God,
sale
I
for
get it.
$30.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I gotta get
a
it.
little easier pill to
I
swallow.
haven't played it yet, but I feel like on Switch I'm just literally just collecting games at this point.
Jesus.
But yeah, I've been playing this shit out of Stardew, and I finally discovered, or I haven't discovered, I knew they existed, but I finally started using mods, and it's made it so much nicer. Because Stardew is one of those games, and a lot of games have gone this way recently, where the information to understand how to do different things is not readily available. There's like a million types of fish that are only available from this time to this time during certain seasons and certain weather. It's like without a wiki, it's impossible to fucking know this shit.
Yeah.
So unless you wanted to spend thousands of hours to discover every tidbit in the game and then write it all down, which is essentially what someone did. It's
What
called
you
a
had
wiki.
to do back in the day.
Well, back in the day though, they were a little bit better about giving you like a book or something that like
Oh, yeah,
came
remember
with the
the book-
game.
the
Yeah,
game
that were
book?
actually fucking useful.
Oh my God.
Or there was content. There was in-game menus that had like a little bit of a wiki built in sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
the
they had
game
glossary and shit.
The book was a big
I
deal.
love the book. I've said this a million times. When I used to buy games, I would like fucking go to the store, buy the game on the way home. If it was before
Reading
I
the
could
book.
drive, I'm reading
Yeah.
the book. Or
Oh, yeah.
or I as soon as an adult, as soon as I get home, that was like bathroom reading.
Yeah.
Like that book was.
Oh,
you
now
read that
they're
shit.
little like
Piece of paper.
Nothing.
It's a piece of paper, and then it's like
How to install.
or no, it's not even that. It's just like it'll be like an advertisement for a different game, or it'll be like this is your code to get online.
Yeah, for
or,
your free 3 days of EA access.
Yeah, it's just like that's such bullshit. But anyway, the mods that I'm using basically it just makes the wiki in the game, so I can hover over something, hit F1, and it brings up a menu about whatever I'm hovering over, and it tells you like what character likes to receive this item or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's made it so much better, and it's reinvigorated the game for me. Because to me, that was part of the frustrating part was like having to fucking tab out, look through this wiki.
So in a rarity, I text you privately without Megan involved.
That
because
weird.
I noticed I hadn't even done it since March.
Yeah, it was a long time.
And it was, have they, on PC, is there a modded version of college football? Because I would literally buy a gaming PC to play college football. And I thought, he has to have thought of that before.
Mm-hmm. It never came out on PC.
Yeah. Do you think they could do it like a Madden? Could they put like skins over 32?
Yeah, they could. If it was ever on PC, it would already exist. It would have already existed.
Because goddamn, I'm listening to so we're jumping a little. Because this is what I was listening to this week.
Well, have you played anything?
Yeah, I'll get it. But it's
Okay.
intertwined.
Okay.
So listening to Menace to Society,
Yeah.
your rec from last time,
Yeah.
I can't strongly recommend it enough.
It's insane. It's insane how entertaining it is.
If you slightly like college football or just drama, you just want to hear some dirt and some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the show.
yeah, like,
Everybody's on
hey,
blast.
he gonna ruin somebody's life. Whose life he ruined in today?
Well, I mean, to be fair to him,
To be fair.
to be fair to him, like, the same thing happened to him.
Yeah, no one stood by him, so he's burning.
And plenty of people fucking
threw him under,
shit on him.
Yeah.
So
for people that don't know, Zach Smith was a wide receivers coach at Ohio State. He allegedly was beating his wife and trespass
criminal trespassing
because of a restraining order.
Yep.
And
we're not saying who's right and who's wrong.
It doesn't
we don't
sound
fucking
like it's
know.
true, but
what it sounds like is, from an outsider's perspective, it sounds like him and his wife had a terrible fucking relationship. He was a terrible husband. He cheated on her.
He admitted to it. Yeah.
He was just not a good husband at all.
Yeah.
And then she would be violent, and he would try to stop her from being violent. And maybe sometimes he did lose his shit and push her. I don't know. Nobody knows. But it definitely doesn't sound like everything that she says is true. It just doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, there's the three sides of each.
Right, what actually happened.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But it's the whole Urban Meyer not standing up for him, or not even.
I don't blame Urban.
Yeah, he even says oh, it's not Urban's fault.
Yeah,
I get it. But the whole I should have never hired him. I guess that really stung because 3 weeks prior to all this, he had his review, and they're oh yeah, you're gonna be a head coach in 3 years.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah, okay, you're full of shit then. But that's fine. It's just the most interesting thing was it's the perfect time for me. I didn't watch football last year really, but I did watch when Zach Smith was there. Was oh yeah, I watched every fucking down of Ohio State football.
Mm-hmm.
So I know all these people that he's talking about. So that's what makes it so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You just know who's, I don't know, name he's throwing in the mud.
It's right up my alley, and I've always been I'm in for Ohio State football. I go to 11 Warriors and read the blogs and fucking all that shit. So I'm all about it, and it's awesome because you had your own perspective as a fan during certain times, especially during the Ed Warner years.
Oh my God, where you're why isn't the offense worth a shit?
Yeah.
And now you know.
Because after the championship in 2014, the offense returned. Because all those guys that won championship were sophomores.
Yeah.
So they come back for their junior season, and they should be fucking insane. You had Michael Thomas, you had Zeke, you had all these amazing
quarterbacks
people
that should,
Yeah. You had Braxton, but Braxton ended up getting hurt. But still, you had all these fucking amazing, you had this amazing team, and the offense looked like dog shit. Everyone's blaming JT Barrett. If you look at it from JT's perspective, though, he had I think in 3 years, and maybe he only had 2 offensive coordinators, but twice it was fucking Ed Werner, I think.
Yeah, who's awful.
He's awful.
And the things that are just crazy is how little, you think, when we're watching, you're fire that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's not like that.
Unfortunately, because you
it's
can tell
a real
Urban,
business.
It seems like Urban wanted to fire him all the time.
But he couldn't. Because it's not like you can just fire people for no
What are you going to
reason.
do?
Yeah.
At that point.
And I it's a little behind the scenes of college football in general, recruiting and stuff like that's fascinating.
But
it's not all.
But he's also just fucking. If you like drama, it's a good listen whether you like football or not. To be honest, it is very football heavy at times.
Yeah.
But every episode, it's just I don't know. It's just great too because you get to hear about all the fucking crazy Florida shit with Percy Harvin.
It's almost it's tailor made for me. My favorite eras were the Tim Tebow era at Florida for college football. I watched all those because I got a little crush on Tim Tebow.
Yeah, you take to the base.
HARD, brother.
HARD.
And then the Ohio State glory years, these last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's this guy was in the background for all of it.
Whether he's full of shit or not, it seems like he's not a lot of the time, to be honest. It feels like a lot of stuff he's saying.
If he's full of shit, he's really good at hiding that he's full of shit because he does say good things about people, too. It's not all negative.
Yeah. And he says shit things about himself, too.
Yeah.
So it definitely feels like he's being forthright. I mean, it feels that way.
I like how he just casually will say how much people made.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, he has no filter. There's no filter.
Yeah, he cheats on his wife all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You just ruined that guy's life.
But, they did the same shit to him.
Yeah,
so he's returning fire right now. But
so that, going back to what I've been playing.
Yeah.
That, I want to play college football so bad.
I'm dying to play it.
I dug up the Xbox 360, and I still have my copy of not the last one that ever came out. I didn't get that. It's the one before that with the guy from Baylor, RG3 on the cover. I'm I'm gonna play this again.
Last one's got the Nard. I think. Yeah.
And now to buy that, it's fucking super expensive online. which is ridiculous, but I get it. People like me that still want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up not doing that, and I ended up putting in Madden and then going through meticulously, and every Ohio State player I put on one team, and I'm going to start a franchise with them.
I did that with that's what I used to always do when Madden would come out. I'd do a franchise draft,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would end up picking a ton of Ohio State guys.
The only guy I couldn't fucking get was Ryan Shazier because he's motherfucking injured, and you can't force a trade or release a player if they're injured.
Never on a fantasy draft? Or
I didn't do a fantasy draft. I just literally just created a roster.
Okay.
It took a while.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
But it was like, holy shit, there's a lot of wide receivers
Yeah.
that are
there
just...
is.
Mike Thomas is obviously the best, but
Right.
there's a lot of really okay wide receivers.
I wonder if Jalen Marshall is still in the game.
Yeah, he is.
Really?
I switch him running back.
Because he's what are you even running back for? Because you're
Because I have 12 wide receivers and 2 running backs.
I guess Mike Robert wouldn't be in there yet.
Nope. And I put Braxton and Terrell Pryor back at quarterback, and I ran a preseason where I'm just trying to find out who my quarterback's going to be.
I've always assumed JT would be the highest rated one.
No, I think they're all bad. They're all like 68 overall.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Cardell is a 69. Like, he is technically the starter.
Arm strength. His arm strength.
JT
probably.
is my starter, if you're wondering. He
Yeah.
won. He won out.
He's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
He's our Drew Brees.
What have you been watching?
I finally finished Deadwood, catching up with it, and then I watched the movie. It was good. It made this just because I just watched the series, but it kind of flashed back to the series a little bit too much for my liking, because I'm like, fuck, I just saw all this shit. I need to see this again. But it was good. I liked it. It's hard to go wrong with Ian McShane and the most handsome man in the world, Timothy Olyphant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got through Chernobyl.
I heard that's amazing.
It's really good. Yeah. I mean, it's breaking all these records for downloads. I don't know that I think it's that good, but I definitely like it a lot. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. It's really good. It's interesting. It's awesome because, like, you can tell that these people are all Russian, but they're all speaking in an English accent.
Oh, okay.
It's very strange.
That's weird that they would... That's a weird...
Yeah, but it works well because I'm not reading subtitles for fucking
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
12 hours or whatever.
You ever drink Bang?
You ever drink Bang?
Megan just made a... I don't know if it got picked up on the audio, but she dropped a dry erase board in the background.
What else am I watching?
And we're so unprofessional that we immediately stopped and halted and
yeah.
pointed out her mistake.
I'm watching. There's a series on Netflix with David Letterman called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction.
Okay.
And he just has like on the first season he had like Barack Obama and like he had.
I think I've seen it.
It's really good. And then the last season I just been watching, he had Ellen on there, which was really really good.
Didn't he have Kanye West on it?
And yeah, I just watched Kanye too on there.
Good?
The Kanye one was good. You know, if you want to put up with Kanye West for an hour, but it is interesting because you get to see like dude's definitely bipolar, and he talks about it, and you can like even see his
Yeah.
you can even see it on him when he talks, and it's interesting. It puts him a little more perspective, which is good, I think, because you know people see him and they think that he's the world's biggest asshole. But I think, and he's like, look, like people expect, like from a creative person, they expect like these crazy songs and these crazy like clothing designs. He's like, well, that shit come from a crazy person.
Yeah,
like that's just the way it works sometimes.
I kind of wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. So he talked about that kind of stuff, and Tiffany Haddish is on there. You ever heard Tiffany Haddish?
Oh, I've heard the name.
Yeah, she's in like movies and stuff. She's a comedian.
Okay.
And she's had just a crazy rough life, but it's so hard not to love her because like she has this white dress, and I've seen her wear it like literally like I don't know, a ton. Whenever she's out in public, like at a premiere or she's on shows, she wears this same white dress, and she's like, I spent a lot of money on this dress. I'm not gonna wear it once and never wear it again.
Yeah.
She's like, but it's getting kind of tight right now because you know life's been good.
Yeah.
You know? But she's just really really likable. So, but anyway, that's a really good series. I recommend if you liked, you know, David Letterman's a little bit before our time, but I always liked Letterman because he wasn't like cheesy the way Leno's show was when we were kids. Like Conan's obviously the king for me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
I like Conan out of all of them.
me
the
too.
most.
I like Conan the best too.
I've been watching, obviously, Star Trek Next Generation.
Never heard of it.
Did we mention that we watched all the Orville episodes last time?
You did talk about Orville. I don't know if you said you watched it all
Yeah,
or
we finished
not.
that. It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't recommend that enough. If for people that were on the fence of like, I don't know if I'll like that, you will for sure like it because it's the perfect blend of Star Trek and Family Guy. I'm making Megan watch season 1 of Next Generation, which is rough.
Yeah.
Really rough on it came out in the mid 80s and the costumes and some of the storylines are just ridiculous.
I don't even want to go to bed because I hate it so much.
Because we watch it in bed. That's why I go to sleep too.
Oh, yeah.
I want to die.
We've been watching Catfish though. Catching up on all the Catfish we missed out on.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that last time. I don't
It's
know.
crazy that we just still...
Is it still Neve?
It's still Neve. The one guy left. Max left. So now he has a celebrity guest help him.
That was last season.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna write
You're
Max.
talking about
I'll be
it like
honest,
it just came
a
out.
little bit of it, it all blends together, but then it'll surprise you when it had worked out. And it was who it said it was, and for whatever reason, they just don't got a webcam.
That happens sometimes on
Yeah.
that show, right? It ain't even in the early. I only watched the first season, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe the second, and then there was times where it was I think there was one time where it actually worked out
Mhm.
or whatever. But yeah,
But the biggest thing I wanted to recommend was Elseworlds. It is so DC TV for the Arrowverse have a annual crossover event with all the shows,
okay.
and they knock it out of the park more times than not. I don't know if they've ever not knocked it out of the park with these crossovers, and this one is especially good.
What is it?
So without going into too much detail, Flash and Arrow wake up as each other.
Weird.
So something's been rewritten with the magical book. Reality has been rewritten. They're the only ones that know, though, that they're not who they like. So Oliver Queen has Flash's powers, and Barry Allen is a badass fighter. And it's just trying to fix it. But it's the whole, they get Supergirl involved, and it's the first time the shows went to Gotham. And it was like,
That's cool.
oh my God, and they're talking about Batman and all that.
So it's Freaky Friday in Gotham.
Well, it's not Freaky Friday because they didn't switch bodies.
Oh, okay.
They actually talk about this in the episode.
Okay.
But it was just this is so good. Why can't the fucking movies be this good? They could have just made this the movie, and I'm like, this is great.
So it's Parent Trap in Gotham.
They're not twins. It's just really good. It's one of those things, if you just watched it, you could enjoy it, not watch everything else. Because it is weird how, because right now I'm currently watching The Flash, catching up on it because it's been released on Netflix. So that's when I go back and just binge watch it all at
It's
once.
all on there?
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons is that?
Ooh, 5, I think.
How many seasons of
Arrow. I think there's 7 or 8 of Arrow.
How many
Arrow
episodes-
is
How
first.
many episodes in a season, you think?
22.
It's a half hour,
Yeah. No, it's 45 minutes.
so it's an hour.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. The show falls into the issue. All of these shows fall into the formula
Yeah.
of bad guy of the week, monster of the week kind of thing with the overlining.
Is there a seasonal arc?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
But this usually, the crossover event is usually pretty standalone,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. But when you're watching, it would suck if you were watching Arrow only, because then the Arrow episode, you'd be going, oh, their storyline's going this way, and then all of a sudden it's just detoured for an episode,
And it comes back.
and then it comes back because you have to watch. So Flash was the first part, then Arrow was second part, and then Supergirl was third part. So
So you gotta watch all three together?
no, you just have to. When that happens, you have to watch Arrow, and you have to scroll and find. And there might be a little, you might miss a
Oh, I see
little
what
of
you're saying.
the little stuff, little nuanced stuff of the show that you're not watching.
So basically, it's a 3-part episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, it's really good.
It's a good way to make people watch all your shows.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
What have you been listening to this week? I already talked about what I was listening to. My recommendation for the week.
Just the GOAT, man. This American Life.
Your boy.
Yeah, I've been listening to Menace to Society, obviously. So the same podcast as you. I listened to the episode this week. I actually got into a deep dive on that because I don't know if you know, but there's a guy they talk about on Menace to Society. His name's DJ Burns. He used to be a writer for 11 Warriors.
Okay.
And I remember. I mean, I've used to read him every morning. He did.
Is 11 Warriors the one he kind of trashes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 11 Warriors. Let's just be honest. 11 Warriors is the best Ohio State blog. It's hands down the best. But anyway, so DJ used to write for them, and he's kind of a younger guy. I mean, he's not anymore. He's probably around 30 now, probably. But he left 11 Warriors and tried to run for a seat in like maybe the Senate or something, or the House.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
he's a super entertaining writer, by the way, when he's on 11 Warriors.
But that's so funny because he has like the call out of the week where he just ruins some Twitter person that's talking shit to him.
I love it because people hide on Twitter and they just think they can say whatever the fuck they want on Twitter. And he calls them out.
Investigates their life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, DJ got in some shit.
Yeah.
Like I think he was at Montana or Wyoming or some shit, and he's mixed up with people that did bad things.
If you did anything bad, that's public record.
Zach Smith's fucking gumshoe on it.
Yeah. He's a man on a mission.
Yeah. But anyway, I've always enjoyed DJ's columns on 11 Warriors and stuff because he was just funny. He's a funny writer. But anyway, he's also, he's kind of an asshole. Mm-hmm. And he, on the forums, 11 Warriors, someone posted about like Menace Society podcast, and there's a big long thread on it. And then DJ is actually talking on the forums. So I'm reading the post on the forums.
Oh, you're kidding.
And DJ is like, apparently he's going to be on the podcast this week. He's going to be on Zach Smith's podcast this week.
Shit.
And they're going to have it out on the podcast.
I love it.
I can't fucking wait.
I literally listened to like 7 episodes in one day.
Yeah, he's releasing 2 a week now.
Yeah, he talked about going to 3.
Dude, I hope he does.
Just a week daily.
That'd be great, though, because there's a ton of content. Because there's content that's past, and he's also going to be talking about football.
Yeah, he is transitioning into more like his opinion on like, hey, we're going to break down Ohio State's O-line this week and the Big Ten, Big Ten teams,
and then they could do matchups for like big primetime matchups on the week.
He is so the one drawback to him, if you're not into like the Big Ten or SEC, you kind of
it's niche.
Yeah,
but the thing is, there's so many people that
talk about the biggest fan bases.
Yeah, those are the biggest fan bases in football outside of like Texas. But he talked about Texas plenty too.
Oh my God, what do you think of Urban going to USC? Because that how
the certified mail thing.
Certified mail.
I don't know that I don't want to believe it because
I believe it 100%.
I kind of don't because of his role in Ohio State football right now.
Everyone thought he would never leave Florida.
No, that's not true.
I didn't think he'd ever leave Florida.
He left twice.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd never leave Florida.
So he's proven that he doesn't mind leaving.
You mean he wouldn't coach again after Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of thought that, though, because of Notre Dame. I thought he'd go to Notre Dame.
I forgot about the Notre Dame stuff.
But I don't know. It would suck to see him go to USC. It'd really make me fucking hate Michael Drake. That's for sure.
Yeah,
the president of OSU.
Ohio State, who he is not safe from the podcast.
Dude, fucking bullshit, dude. It riles me up because that was the dream. Getting Urban was the fucking dream. Yeah. We got him, and then this shit happens. But anyway, I listened to that, and then obviously always listen to This American Life. This American Life was interesting. I listened to an episode this week about what it's like to be on Cops and Live PD.
Oh yeah.
And apparently Live PD can do some super shady shit because like I guess their gimmick's always that they're live, but then like if something's a slow night, they'll be like, earlier this happened.
Yeah, they definitely
it'll be like 3 weeks ago. And like the reason why they can get by with doing what they do is because since they're a live show, they don't have to get consent from people the way Cops do. Like Cops, the producers have to get consent from you to be on their show.
Yeah.
Live PD does not have to do that because they're live. Even with people who've been on 3 fucking weeks ago. So you listen to the perspective of someone who's actually on the show and they talk to her attorney and stuff like that, and it's like real super shady bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just...
It kind of seems dirty when you really think about what you're watching.
Apparently theirs is particularly dirty because they can hide behind the fact that it's news because it's live. But they're not really live. They're never live. It's like 10 to 40 minute delay.
Hey, I know it's a big delay because we had friends when Columbus became like on.
Mm-hmm.
They're over in that area. They were out driving and let's just drive right there. It's real close, and no one was around.
Right.
So he's like, oh okay.
Yeah, there's definitely delay.
Like we were right there. Like there's not even remnants of what was going on.
I really dislike. I don't like that show, to be honest. I feel like.
What about the other?
I feel like the dystopia thing that Corey was talking about. I 100% feel the same way. On his podcast, he was talking about it feels like you're literally in this like, you're just literally watching people like be arrested. It feels like this like dystopian state, and I 100% agree.
What about like the accountability though for the police? Because that's why Columbus isn't doing it anymore, because all the shitstorm.
That's not why you're watching it though. You're watching it because you're like
you want to see fucked up shit.
Yeah, you want to see fucked up shit.
But I guess it's depending on like why you're watching. Like we literally watch because there would be like the craziest stuff that you're like, oh my god.
If you want accountability for police, then there should be a third party non-police people that review this shit, not the American public watching people get their lives ruined.
Yeah,
because like it's.
What about a website that you can just log on and it's every body cam live?
I still feel like that kind of is the same slippery type of slope as far as like where's your privacy for the average citizen? Like there's not, they're having a bad day. That could
if they blurred out their faces, would you be okay with it?
Yeah, I think so. As long as you can't identify that person, because that person, it could be 100. Like one of the cases they looked at is whenever they do these meth tests in the streets. Like they just wait for something. Like, well, if this turns blue, it's meth, and like or whatever. And these guys, there's these two people who were previously drug addicts or whatever, and they were driving and they got pulled over, and they were both ended up actually being 100% clean. They tested clean and everything, but they found this weird substance in shoe. So they tested, like, yep, that's meth. And then they actually took it to a lab. The lawyer took it to the lab and tested, and he's like, we have no idea what it is. It's not drugs. But they never went back and was like, these people are innocent on live PD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now their lives, like, they could have jobs. They just tested positive for meth.
We kind of got out of the appeal of it, kind of went away for us. We haven't watched it.
To me, it just feels so disgusting. Like, it feels like idiocracy. Like, it feels like they might as well have, like, run ads across the top, like, this arrest is brought to you by, like,
Ford.
Yeah, like, I don't know, dude. To me, it's so disgusting, and it's so like invasive for these poor people that are just maybe having a bad day, or there's a misunderstanding, and it could fucking tarnish their livelihood.
Yeah, because you're not seeing like everyone in that town sees that guy on there. He could get fired from his job, or a girl get fired for her.
This
job.
Woman that was on there that they're talking about in this American Life episode, like had to move out of her town. She had to move because it was like everyone assumed that she was guilty of this shit, and like she had to move.
Yeah, that's not right.
So I 100% like I think that it's.
Do you think it'll get canceled?
No, people fucking love it because we're the type of people that are okay with it. That's why Have you seen Idiocracy by Mike Judge?
No.
Please watch that movie. It's fucking phenomenal, and it is so laying out what's happening right now. Like, it's so crazy. It's an old movie.
Yeah, I know. It's one of his
has Luke Wilson in it.
First things, right?
And Terry Crews. He plays like the president.
Ageless Terry Crews.
Dude, it's seriously, if you're out there and you haven't seen Idiocracy, go watch it, because that's what live PD feels like to me. It's, I don't know. But anyway, I've listened to This American Life. I highly recommend it. This American Life, you can get every episode on the website absolutely free. And I end up paying for the podcast app, which is like $2 or something like that, or $5 maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's like it's always like super high quality, always good stories. So
okay. Megan, you ready for some we gotta name this, damn it. Is it the Megan News, producer Megan's wacky wild news or segment? Because it's not always news.
PM presents weird shit.
It's not always weird shit though.
PM presents whatever she tells you right now after this.
I had to pull it up because I was watching Twitch. Sorry.
No, that's why I was trying to give you a little cue.
You gave me a 2-second nod that I had no idea what it meant.
Here we go.
How am I supposed to know what a nod means?
So
this is a thing.
Fill it in.
Filler.
Well, what should we name it? We got to come up with the name right now.
All right.
Oh,
PM presents.
I'm ready.
PM presents.
Make sure you talk in the mic.
Yes, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Good.
thunder?
No.
Is it supposed to storm
Thunder.
today?
That's where my brain went.
No, it's a motorcycle. It's a motorcycle.
Murder sugar?
Don't get me started on why they shouldn't be on the roads. If you're going to take live PD off the air, get the motorcycles off the roads.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, there was this family dog in Boston who, he's a 3-year-old dog. His name's Mortimer. He started getting nauseous before his meals, and his owner could never figure out what was going on.
Before his meals?
Yeah, he started getting really nauseous and not being able to eat his meals and whatever.
Okay.
So she finally took him to the dentist, and not.
The vet.
Holy shit, this is weird.
There's an ad for a dentist place on this article. That's why I said that. I'm sorry.
She's been off for a while.
She took him to the vet, and the vet did some x-rays, and they discovered that Mortimer, the bulldog, had eaten 19 of Emily's newborn baby's pacifiers over the course of 3 months.
Holy shit.
19?
19 pacifiers.
Okay.
How do the parents not realize where the fuck these pacifiers
because
go?
I could understand, like, we
couple?
misplaced 2 or 3.
Yeah, that happens all the time. You lose pacifiers. They're like socks.
Yeah.
Like where they go, but that's
holy
a lot.
shit, 19, and we're just like, I don't know what's happening to him. You know, the husband's getting his ass chewed out all the time. Like, you losing this shit?
Yeah, 19. And they're like the expensive ones that you get at the hospital, like the Nooks.
Ugh.
Like the ones with the holes in it.
Yeah. So the dog could still breathe after he swallowed 19 of them.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. That's nuts, man.
Right, 19 of them. Oof. I couldn't imagine. That poor dog.
Yeah. Dogs are so dumb, though. This proves the point that dogs are so dumb.
Oh, dogs. Bruce's dad, my bull mastiff, his dad swallowed a rock that was about the size of, bigger than a golf ball.
Oh my god.
And they had to go, when we got him as a puppy, we like went to the breeder's house, and they were like, well, just make sure you just keep an eye on him, because we had to have his dad
family.
twice. They had to have things moved from his stomach. And they brought the rock out. They had it still. It was fucking humongous.
He's susceptible to swallowing.
He's
giant
susceptible
rocks.
to being a moron.
Yeah.
And it checks out. He's pretty dumb. Lovable dummy,
They're
though.
like humans, though. It's just like, some are dumb,
Some are just
smart.
dumb, yeah.
Most are dumb, though, that I've been around.
I don't know.
They're smart about certain things.
It's been a long time since I've been impressed with, like, wow, that dog's really smart. I'll be happy, like, wow, I'll be like, oh, that dog don't run away. Like, some dogs, like, there's the kind of dog that as soon as he's outside, he's just gone.
Yeah. Those dogs suck ass.
Yeah. Like, okay, dumbass, I feed you and give you shelter, but by all means, run away.
My golden retriever is really strange.
Could you imagine if kids are kind of like that, like little toddlers?
Oh, I ran away when I was a little kid.
Did you?
So here's a funny story. All right, so my mom, it's just me and my mom at home, right? And my siblings were all down the street. So where I live, I still live there actually. Where I live, there's a neighborhood school at the end of the street, which is like, when we were kids, that's how a lot of neighborhoods were. There was like one school that had like maybe 5 or 6 neighborhoods all went to that school.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of my street was the neighborhood school, and I used to walk down there every day with either the sitter or my mom to pick up my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess, and I'm talking, I was like 3. I was in the backyard, and my mom went inside to change over a load of laundry. When she came back out, I was gone. And I guess next to the fence, I had like a wagon, like a radio flyer wagon, and I had like a Tonka truck on top of that. And then I used that to climb over the fence and left. And she, like, the whole neighborhood, like, she had everybody in a panic trying to find where I was. This was like middle of the like school, a weekday. So like everyone she could find that was home was out looking for me. And then she was out in front of the house, like yelling, and she heard the phone ring. She ran inside, and it was the principal at the school. I had walked all the way down to the school, and they were like, "Isn't that like this person?" And yeah. Like they pulled me in, and I was just down there like hanging out, waiting for my siblings to get out of school.
Wow.
So yeah, kids are stupid too.
Yep.
Or smart, really. I mean, I was 3. I figured
Gabe
it
ran
out.
away.
Did he?
Not on purpose. He was really young, but we were unloading the car, and it was one of those things like we both think the other one has eyes on him, and he just walked out the door as because the door, we had a screen door that you could just push. He just walked out. We didn't realize it until someone's knocking on the door. Hey, is this your son?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
There's only been one time where I had a kid. We were at my son's soccer game, and my daughter had went to she like her grandma was there, and we all walked to the car. And apparently on the way to the car, she had told my wife like, "Hey, I want to ride home with Nana instead." And so my wife was like, "Okay." So she had ran back to Tiffany's mom to go with her to her house. And I got in the car, and like I didn't think anything of it, you know. I'm just like, I'm off somewhere else, and I get in the car, and like Christopher gets in, I get in, my wife gets in, we're all in the car, and we pull out, and we start like driving down the street, and I look back, and like Lorelai's not in the car, and I'm like my heart fell out through my fucking stomach. I've never been so scared in my entire life, and like it was just what it was. Like Tiffany was like, "Oh, she went with my mom," and I'm like, "Why didn't you tell?" Like I yelled, and I had no reason to. I shouldn't have been that angry. She didn't have to tell me, but like, it just how I reacted in the moment, and I was angry and sad and crazy. It was I couldn't even explain it.
Another kid thing. So Jackson was doing STEM camp, and it was the last day. Parents were allowed to come and see the presentation.
Yeah.
Well, they have every kid is wearing the same shirt that they passed out. I lost him. He was supposed to go say goodbye to his friends, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll be over here when you're done. Just we'll leave. Like 10 minutes goes by, and I'm getting pissed off at him. Like, this motherfucker is going around and talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't tell where he is.
Which one is he?
Like, I'm just gonna take one home. And luckily, it's crazy because the teacher that noticed that I'm kind of looking like, where's Jackson? She was my history teacher in 7th grade, so she knows who I am and knows your
kids.
Yeah. She's like, hey, you looking for Jackson? I'm like, yeah. This is crazy. I can't find him. She's like, I saw him leave, I think. And I'm like, oh no.
Heart fall.
And I'm thinking, there's no way he like walked home. Like, did he not see where I was?
Yeah.
And just think like, Dad left me,
Again.
Yeah. Like I'm some guy that just like, oh, time's up.
Time's up, buddy.
Your ride's leaving. And we walk out, and he had thought it was just a miscommunication. He thought I said, I'm gonna wait by the car.
Oh, he's out by the car.
He was just out by the car.
That's, what's really funny is you do that sometimes to your kids. Like I do it to my kids all the time. If they're inside taking forever, I'm like, I am leaving in 5 minutes, regardless if you're not there or not. I am leaving. And what if he was like that time? He was just like, he fucking finally did it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Have you ever? We've done that same thing where we're leaving. Yeah. We're leaving. We get in the car, and this was when Jackson was younger. It's always him that was like, he would call our bluff essentially, and we just started pulling out, and he's standing in. He was small enough where he had to like pull himself up the window, and he's just crying.
I had a kid, my oldest kid, like she used to always ask to go to the bathroom. I've told you this before. Like she always asked to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
all
you
the
have
time.
said this. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there was one time I finally said, I'm just not gonna let her, and like she's like, can I go poop? And I'm like, no, and she's crying. She's like, I just need to go poop. I'm like, then go fucking. We're at our house. She did this at our house. I'm like, just go poop. Stop asking me.
Oh God. All right, Megan. Sorry we hijacked your stories.
No, you're fine. All right. My next story is that this lady was at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Los Angeles.
Sorry to hear that.
And she's just sitting there, and this rat falls from the ceiling and lands like a Mack truck on her table.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine that? Like,
What
what
would
would
you
you
do?
do?
Freak out? Like, would you finish your meal?
No.
The rat was still alive, but it was injured from the fall and just couldn't do anything.
Oh, I would have just fucking.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm not paying for this meal.
Yeah. I
That's
probably would have finished my wings, though.
How close did it land to me?
Look, let's just be honest.
It landed on her menu.
Disgusting shit at all these
Oh,
restaurants.
she didn't have her food yet.
Yeah, she didn't even.
Oh, I
have
would
her
for
food
sure have
yet.
just left then at that point.
Yeah. And
After
the manager
posting it on, I'll be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna post this unless you give me some gift, which is ridiculous that you're just like, I want to come back and eat for free.
Well, no, but you could probably use those gift cards at any Buffalo Wild
Yeah.
Wings establishment.
But let's also face it, like any place that has food is
Yeah.
gonna have bugs and
There's
rats.
stuff. Maybe not rats, but like maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like I saw a news article yesterday saying there was like some Waffle House was closed for or they didn't meet health inspections. It's
figure.
like, who the fuck goes to Waffle House expecting a clean establishment?
No, yeah, I don't think I've ever sat in one of their booths that like the table wasn't sticky.
If I went to a Waffle House and it was clean, I'd be like, these guys don't know how to fucking cook. This isn't right. Something's not right here.
My dad loves Waffle House.
I fucking love
I don't know
Waffle
anyone
House.
who doesn't like
Waffle
it.
House is amazing. I'm so sad we don't have one here. I trade that shitty IHOP for a Waffle House any day.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
I
IHOP.
like IHOP.
I don't like them.
How about trade any of the other fucking shit restaurants? Restaurants.
Like who?
Like Frisch's.
Or just like
You say Rooster?
just a restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah, Roosters.
I like Roosters.
Or
I hate that other place though out in the old Bob Evans out in Heath.
Oh, the
Hotheads?
Bob Evans
No.
on 21st Street can go fuck itself.
No, it's
that's a very
it's
specific-
like Roosters, but it's fuck. Anyway, what it's called now. Anyway, it sucks. Go fuck yourself, that place.
Okay.
The old Bob Evans?
Yeah, it used to be Bob. You would remember it. It's the old Bob Evans.
I know exactly what
on
you're talking
30th.
about. I just don't know the name because it's not like a major chain. It's just
No.
It's just someone bought
But
it
it's
and
like
turned it into
Roosters. But it's a shitty version.
We've ate there before, and I was just like, okay.
Pappy's Grill?
No,
I think Pappy's might own it.
Pappy. I think that guy
believe it
owns
then.
Pappy's
all
that guy's
those
an asshole.
shitty like one-off
I
establishments owned
saw
by
a
the same guy.
cockroach there. Remember
Pappy's
that?
Yeah.
Pappy's is awful.
Yeah.
They're terrible. He owned the grill on 21st
That
once.
La Paloma, you mean?
Yeah. No, Caslopedia.
Casa Lapita, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Casalapita?
Yeah.
Yeah, Caslopedia
Had a
is awesome.
Fountain in it,
I
man.
love that place was real
That sounds
fancy.
like a disease.
That was a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good.
It made you feel like you weren't in Newark.
I do like
Yeah.
Mexican food.
It was nice.
But continue.
All right, so California again. This man filmed this mysterious shape in the sky, and he's claiming it to be a floating Jesus. But if you watch the video, it is pretty freaky.
We'll post it on social media. I
Exploding
assume.
Jesus.
Just look it up. It's
Look up floating Jesus.
Floating. He said
man
exploding.
spots Jesus in the sky.
With the diamonds. Jesus
That's
in
Lucy.
the sky with
Huh.
diamonds.
It's Lucy.
I know, but that's not what we're talking about
But
right
yeah,
now.
so do you think aliens exist?
No.
Yeah.
I do too.
We've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
My dad just went to Roswell.
I haven't
So
seen
aliens for sure exist. We have a jersey that says so.
it. I did see. That's pretty cool. He brought you a jersey.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
pretty cool.
It was funny because he brought back my sisters and my stepmom t-shirts because he couldn't find a t-shirt in my fat kid size, and he found
So he
a
spent
jersey.
$300 on a
So he
jersey.
found this jersey in my size, and he brings it back, and my sisters were pissed that they didn't
I'd
get
be pissed
sweet ass
too.
jerseys. So
That is
I
a
was
sweet
like,
jersey.
finally, it's a fat kid's time to shine. Suckers.
So, back to Frisch's. Why don't you guys like Frisch's?
I like Frisch's.
Oh.
Who said I didn't?
Oh,
I
I guess I assume
They
you
have a
didn't.
breakfast bar.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying. The breakfast bar is
Oh, I
amazing.
didn't realize that until
I haven't been there forever. I haven't been there. I've been there once in their new location, but they used to be across the street years ago. We used to
Oh,
have one here, Big
yeah,
Boy, Frisch's
yeah.
Big Boy, and their breakfast bar was amazing. Man, all the silver dollar
God
pancakes
damn it.
a young
I'm
boy
hungry.
could make.
I feel
Or
like
eat,
their
rather.
staff is always bitches.
Well, that's why you get the breakfast bar and you don't deal with anybody.
Yeah, you just cook
They still
yourself.
have to bring you your drinks, and then they're like, "Can I get you anything else?"
They ask.
How dare they ask you to bring you food?
But they're so
Stupid
mean about it.
fuckers.
They're so mean about it. Just
Can
like
I
that.
get you anything else? Like,
I won't go back to our Chinese restaurant because of that.
oh, did you
lady.
tell that story on this?
I don't think so. Do you remember me talking to you about a Chinese lady that pissed me off?
No, sounds racist.
Okay. Is she Chinese, or are they just?
I don't know. Maybe don't harp on that and just say the employee that was
Well, I
there.
assumed because it's a Chinese.
This is
food restaurant.
producer Megan. Producer Megan.
Stop
The
it.
employee at Ming's
No, Jackson.
or Ching's or whatever.
I'll tell my story.
Okay.
It's my story. So Jackson always wants to go to this freaking buffet.
Yeah, I hate that
Chang's
place.
buffet. So we take him over there, or I take him over there, and we're eating. Everything's fine. Although they gave me a kid's cup of Sprite and Jackson a full-sized water when it was supposed to be a kid's cup of water and a full-sized Sprite. But regardless, I drank it and never
You drink your tiny cup.
Yeah, I drank my tiny cup.
I would just say my thought is fuck them. They'll have to make a lot of trips.
No, they never came back and gave me a refill. I was so thirsty the entire time. Well, she brings me the bill. She sets it on the table, and she's like, "You can pay now." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah, that place is weird where some of them push you to pay from the table and others just you pay as you leave.
So I put my credit card down. She takes it, brings it back, and I was like, "Whoa. No, this is wrong because you are charging me for a full-size Sprite when you gave me a kid's cup." So, of course, I harp on that because I was salty I didn't get any refills. She takes it back. She deducts the $1.50 from it. And then I give her, or I sign it, do whatever. And then I crossed out the tip area because I was leaving cash on the table for her tip. She points to the tip area and she's like, "You got to fill out the whole thing." And she's like, poking at it on the table. "You gotta fill out the whole thing. You gotta fill out the whole thing." And I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, and she's like, "Oh, okay," and walks away. And I was like,
Pulled out your gun.
yeah, like, what a bitch.
Wow.
I would have been like,
Fuck you.
fuck it.
Fuck
it, we're fighting.
I was gonna leave her $3. I only left her $1. And I
Good.
folded it like the way I folded it, and she picked up the tip and everything right in front of me. She did not leave the table.
Sometimes that pisses me off that people can get away without having like tact, and it's just, oh, they're just not from here. Oh,
Well, and I'm pissed because, like, you never came to my table to give me a refill. You never took any of our plates off the table. I shouldn't have even left you a tip in the first place.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't ever want to go back there unless there's another adult with me that's willing to fight.
I don't like that place. I think we've been there once together, and like
Yeah.
that's the first time I've been in like a decade.
Jackson just loves that
Lorelai
place.
loves it too.
When the laws and the collectors go out.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Fuck shit up.
It's just not good food.
If I never went back there again, I would not be upset now
Yeah.
that I know there's a breakfast bar. For sure.
Yeah, why don't we do it? The problem with fishes is it's like it's done in the morning. It's like, man, I gotta get ready. I could leave my house this early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any more, Megan?
No, that's about it.
All right, you ready for the geek news?
Yes. Geek News is brought to you by Bluefang Server Solutions. Go to bluefangsolutions.com and use the code AviaryLaw15, all lowercase at checkout for 15% off every month on your favorite PC servers.
All right, so E3 happened.
Yeah,
E3 is a thing.
it is a thing.
What's that?
Electronic. What does it stand for?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Something
Cool.
Expo.
Thanks.
Electronic
For
Gaming
something
Monthly.
Expo.
EGM. God, I miss EGM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the demo discs?
Yeah, that was in like the PlayStation magazine.
Well, sometimes Game Informer would have a different.
See, I didn't get Game Informer. I got EGM.
Oh, yeah, that's right. EGM.
Remember those little CDs you would get on the top of your large sodas at fast food restaurants or the movie theater? It'd come with like a sample of a
No.
like one person's song or something.
Like
Like
a-
I think that was just the kid that worked there giving you his mixtape.
Yeah.
no, it was
He's
like
on the
it
slide.
was like the tiny discs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about those because they would have movie trailers on those and
Yeah.
like behind the scenes stuff. But I don't ever remember being handed it on top of a drink.
Yeah, they always would put your straw down the middle, and you would have like two lids, and the disc would be inside of it.
That's cool though.
No idea.
Yeah.
When I went to Washington, D.C., I bought a pair of fake Oakleys, and the guy sold me his mixtape. Paid $3 for it.
Do you still got it?
No.
We could have had it as music on here.
Nope. This was, man, 1999 maybe.
Okay,
He's
quality.
dropping some fire. Yeah.
Wouldn't you shit if that was someone famous?
I don't remember his name at all.
It was Kanye West.
That was kind of, yeah. Chicago.
Okay, so E3 happened, and I want your opinion on some games.
Yes, let's talk about it. I'm ready.
The Avengers game. Let's talk about what I want to talk about first. The Avengers game.
I was going to ask you about that, see what you thought about it. I think that it looked really cool. I'm a little bummed that they couldn't do a little bit more as far as like getting actors.
The actors. I understand why they didn't, and it's a lot of like sort of looks like the actor.
Captain America didn't look like at all.
Spoilers, he dies in it.
In the game?
The whole game is based around like
The movie?
no, like what are they going to do that Captain America's dead now?
I didn't see that. I guess I didn't notice that part. I
Yeah.
only saw like little short clips of it.
The whole trailer
I did-
around it.
I didn't watch the trailer. I just watched like gameplay footage.
Okay.
But anyway, so I think that game could have some serious like long term stuff if they like add characters into it, like for not even just for DLC, maybe free DLC or even paid DLC, but add more characters into it and shit like that. Is it like, I assume it's like multiple player?
See, I don't know any of that
Because they
I
could
just
do
saw-
that like GTA style, like we talked about.
Oh gosh, the one thing I saw said it was going to be a lot like Spider-Man,
Okay. Huh.
like open world-y ish with missions and.
It looked pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool.
What about Ghost Recon? What was it called? Ghost Recon
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint.
Yeah, it looks good. And it has what's his name? Punisher.
Oh,
Shane. Can't think of his name.
Shane.
John.
John Bernthal.
Yeah, Bernthal. It looked really.
You like
good.
how games do that now? Like, get a star to attach and be like in it.
Sometimes it depends on the game. Like, cause I want to play as myself. I want to create a character and be myself.
It takes me out of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like to me when they do that, it like it makes the replayability way smaller because it's like, well, it's like a movie. Like I've already seen it. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
And you can't input your own, like, this is me doing this crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I thought it looked good. I was never a big Tom Clancy fan, and I'm like Division 1 and 2 have just completely turned me around. And I have Wildlands that I've played a little bit. I like to play it some more, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
So I think that this could only be. It looks great. It looks awesome.
What about Dying Light 2? That's all you need to know.
You hear that? That was
I found it.
HARD.
They're called lid rocks.
Oh, okay.
Lid rocks.
Do you remember 'em?
Not at all. Nope.
Post it.
Post it on Instagram.
Yep. Some guys talking podcast on Instagram.
But what were we talking about? Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Dying Light looks fucking awesome. Did you even see any of it?
Mm-mm.
So the first one, I haven't even finished the first one. I play it a lot of times. CB and I will do like a co-op playthrough on that game, which is another awesome thing about that game is I think it's like 4-player or some shit. But this one is like, it's not set in anywhere specific in Europe, but it's like generic Europe city, but like European city. So it's like, it has like a bunch of like old buildings,
Yeah.
and then there's even like places where there's like wood, build up wood stuff to like survivors. Like I love when maps tell a story. That's why I love Division so much, and it looks like Dying Light. And Dying Light 1 was good about this too. Like Dying Light 1, it looked like something crazy happened there, and a bunch of people were just trying to survive. Like I love that. And Dying Light 2 looks a lot like that. It looks really, really good. I saw a hang glider. Like there's like this hang glider you can use. It's really cool. Dying Light's gameplay was amazing because of I can't think of the company now off the top of my head, but it's like I think it's a Polish company, but they were like a small company.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dying Light, I think the first game might have been Dead Island, I think. And then Dying Light was like kind of a surprise that it was so huge. So now they have like this, it's like AAA Dying Light 2. Like I can't wait to see where they've used their resources because what I've seen looks really impressive. I think their trailer was maybe my favorite that I saw, which is saying something because Cyberpunk 2 or Cyberpunk 2077.
That's the next question. What do you think of that game? Keanu.
It looks great. I could care less about the Keanu
Yeah,
thing.
that's another thing.
I'm super excited about that.
But the cool thing about the Keanu thing is he's just somebody you come across in the world.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yes,
That
I
is
agree
how
with
you
that.
do it.
Yeah, 100%. That's how you do it.
Yeah, because Cyberpunk, I'm pretty sure you still create your own character. So you create a character and you live in the world. It looks fucking awesome. I can't wait. For some reason, it always reminds me of Total Recall.
Anytime that it's like the rough looking future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is cool. Like I want to see 3 titties, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so it looks cool. You create a player, and then also like you were talking about with Keanu, like he's just someone you happen upon. He's not like, as far as I understand, he's not like you get tossed there in a linear story. It's like you come across him, which I
Yeah.
think is cool.
That is really cool.
What I think as far as Ghost Recon goes, I think you just pretty much play. I don't know though, because in the other Ghost Recon you kind of create a character, so I don't really know. But I think Cyberpunk looks really, really good. Did you get into it?
Mm-mm.
I think that they kind of
How's
seem
its
like they
gameplay
stole
gonna
the
be?
show. I think it's kind of the open world Division-y kind of what it looked like.
Okay.
Which okay,
It's on all platforms too,
yeah.
except for
I don't know if it's on PlayStation. Is it?
yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Switch.
Is that a Microsoft?
I don't know. It can't. If it's just Microsoft, they would not put it on PlayStation.
They look like well, yes, they will. That's actually really cool. That's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Xbox is fucking winning right now, and I've never said that in the history
I'm
of
shocked that you
consoles
said it now.
ever. So Xbox they've bought like these indie dev companies, and instead of doing the stupid shit like what Epic will do and make it to where you have to buy it here, but like they've kept it multi-platform. So like they bought, I can't remember all the game. They bought a couple of different indie devs. And I can't remember what they are right now, but they I just left my brain. They're keeping it to all platforms. So it's like they see, plus they've been really wanting to push cross-platform play to cross-platform play. So I think that like to me that they're like really winning it right now. Because PS4, PlayStation is the ones that make it the most difficult. I think that their architecture, however it works, is what makes the cross-platform so difficult. And I think that they're just like renowned for being difficult to get inside that architecture or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But I was disappointed by Xbox. I think Xbox did a great job at E3 from what I saw. I am disappointed that we didn't hear about Fable, though. So I loved Fable.
Fable 2.
Yeah, so I wish that we would have saw about that.
What do you think about Watch Dogs Legion?
So I played Watch Dogs a long time. I think the first one a long time ago on console, and like the premise of it was really cool. I got bored with it really quickly. It was so super repetitive.
Yeah.
It looks really really cool, but I'm always kind of like I have Watch Dogs 2 that I got in Uplay. I haven't a Uplay store, but I haven't played it. But I don't know. It looked really good, but I'm always nervous about Watch Dogs because I think that they kind of shit the bed sometimes. But I really do like. I really have really come around to liking Ubisoft games, and I think that I don't know if you saw the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They added a ton of new content to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, even to where you could create your own like missions. And like share them, I think, and stuff like that. I think there's like a lot more.
That's neat.
So I'm really interested to get back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But they also, I think it was Ubisoft that had a roller derby game, and I cannot think of the name of it. But I don't know if you remember this or not. You're a little younger than me, but when I was middle school, high school, there was roller derby on.
Oh, the TV show?
Yes,
100% remember it. It was on after wrestling.
Yes, WW or WCW. Right, I'm pretty sure it was that channel.
No,
I thought it was on Turner.
It was ECW. It was on after ECW.
Okay, what was it? I think it was on Turner though.
TNT.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, so I would watch
or TNN.
I would watch. I think it was TNN. I would watch that fucking all the time, dude. I loved roller derby.
Yeah.
Well, they have a roller
Remember
derby game. Yes, I do.
With like sprinkled in wrestlers.
Yep. I'm trying to think of the main character on that because it didn't seem like she should. She seemed like not very. Is it? Well, it wasn't Ellen. Who was it?
Was it?
Anyway,
You keep talking.
All right, so the reason this game looks really, really fucking good, and it looks a lot like Rocket League. Like I think that like there's like really cool crowd integration. Like, it just looks really, really good. I think that this roller derby game could really, really take off if it's not, because Rocket League was like free for the longest time. I got it on PS4 for free like ages ago. I don't really play it very often, but so like I think that this game would be a lot like Rocket League, but I think that it could even be better. I think that they could even do like a career type of thing if they wanted to.
Roller derby career.
Yeah.
Rollerball was the name of the movie.
Rollerball
came out in 2002 with Chris Klein, Jean Reno. Is that who? Rebecca Romaine is the top build. LL Cool J and Chris Klein and Rebecca Romaine.
And I believe China was in it. Had like a ton of wrestlers.
God. It had like Shane McMahon was in it.
I wonder if it was a WWF or
production.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, I remember that movie. I feel like that's not the one I'm thinking of, though. I think there was even another one.
Are you thinking of Whip It?
Maybe.
Whip It came out more recently with Ellen Page.
Ellen Page. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I was thinking, man, it had a person in it. And the only thing I knew her from was Juno.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a weird movie for
Whip
her.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I liked Whip It a lot.
Yeah. Like a little Megan used to do this thing where she just picked random ass shit and watch.
Yeah.
And every now and then you'd be like, "That's really good."
Mhm.
And Whip It was one of them, and I was like, "Well, this is pretty good."
That's what we did every single weekend. We get a video store and just pick random 5 movies to watch.
Oh yeah.
But another thing with Ubisoft had like a lot of content. Like one cool thing with that they talked about, which there's a caveat that might not be so cool, is they talked about having, which I think we're going to see a lot from major game devs. They talked about having a subscription service to where you would just pay a monthly fee and then you have access to all their games.
That'd be sweet.
But I know that they have some kind of partnership with Stadia though. Okay. So if you had to have Stadia, then that would kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know how that would even work. Like if you had Stadia, then you also pay the dev. Like that's the kind of the weird thing with me. Stadia kind of started out to be this really cool thing that I've kind of backtracked on being so cool because of
I agree.
There's a base cost and then now you're gonna have to buy games after that. But
yeah.
But I think that's interesting though. Like if there's a developer that has really good content, maybe like a lot of content, a sub-service might be interesting. Although, at what point do you feel like the cable thing to where you're like, am I just gonna pay all these devs fucking $7.99 a month
so
now?
that is a real thing. Like we've talked about it from day one.
Yeah,
there's just too many streaming services, and they're just gonna get more. And then I hear like, oh, they're gonna have their own. They're gonna have their own. And it's
every studio,
every major studio essentially will have their own streaming service, which is not good.
I can see games doing that though, and that's the thing is I already own a lot of those games, so it would not really behoove me to pay for this.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Outer Worlds?
Bittersweet.
Really?
I was excited for that game for a really long time, and then they went to Epic exclusive because I'm not going to buy it on console. I wanted it on PC, and then so if I don't want to use Epic, which again is just my choice, I get like people are like, it doesn't really matter who you buy games from, and that's your opinion, and I 100% agree to it. But I always think it's funny when people are always like, if you have a stance about something, or you have a complaint about something, or you just don't like something, and you're like, well, you have to show it. If you want to, you put your money where your mouth is, and that's literally what I'm doing. I'm literally putting my money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
But whenever someone asks me about an Epic game and I say that, they're like, it doesn't really matter where you get stuff from. It's like, this is my choice. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm just not going to buy it. That's all I can really do is use my buying power to show my displeasure. And and it'll come to Steam eventually, and I'll get it then. Outer World looks great. It's very but like Fallout New Vegas ish. Like I think a lot of the team members from Fallout New Vegas work on Outer Worlds, so it looks really cool. I like the look of it. I think it'll be a good game, but I hate this fucking exclusivity bullshit. Like just be open to all platforms. It annoys me.
Yeah. Last one I got on my list is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've kind of talked about that one already, but
it seems like it's less linear than what we thought.
Yeah,
I saw that. I don't know if it's open world in the sense of like there's open world and then there's like
controlled open world.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It seems like it's going to be like a controlled open world.
That's a bummer.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Now I want your 3 that you're most excited for out of what we just talked about. Like you can grab 3 of these right now. Which one's you grabbing?
Dying Light 2.
First.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep. I'm going to say I'm grabbing Avengers, Cyberpunk, and Star Wars. Go figure, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that fucking roller derby game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
That looked pretty cool. I don't know. I make... If Star Wars is a little more open... Because the thing with the Star Wars game is, if it's very heavy story-based, I don't really care about the story. I just don't. I want to just explore, use lightsabers and shit. Like, that seems cool.
Yeah.
But, like...
GTA Star Wars is what you
Yeah, if it was GTA Star Wars, I'd be more apt.
They should just make a GTA version of every game, or every, like, franchise. I would love to be GTA version Avengers.
Yeah.
Would you like to create your own superhero, or you want to play as...
Both.
You want options?
Yeah. It should be pretty easy to create a superhero.
Well, there's already that game, is it DC Universe Online or something? That I believe you create your own hero.
It must not be that good.
It's a free game.
Okay.
On
does that turn you off? Because it always turns me off. Like when people are playing games like, I think maybe Overwatch is free, or they're playing games like BDO, Black Desert Online, and they're like, it's free. And I'm just like, that to me, it's almost like, I don't know that I want to play it then, because that means that they make money somehow, and how they make money is you usually pay to be better.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I think that's how the DC thing is. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's the best free game you've ever played.
Duck Goose.
Fuck.
Yeah. Heads Up 7-Up, maybe.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What about like...
You fall asleep playing that? There was one time where we played Heads Up 7-Up and I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah, when you got to put your hand up, like when you're tapped.
Yeah.
And you got to guess you tapped.
Well, we always played the lights off.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah. So you put your head on your desk, turn the lights off, and then you do play Heads Up 7-Up, and I would always I'd fall asleep.
What? Isn't it sad that there was one time that was the last time you were ever going to play Heads Up 7-Up?
Yeah.
You didn't appreciate it. That this was my last chance of glory.
It's kind of like that thing I said before on the podcast, I think, where I said one day your mom put you down and never picks you back up again. Right in the heart, brother.
Yep.
Right in the heart. There's just so many times where a last thing happens and you never realize it again.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
Way to bring it down.
That was you.
We're going to bring it up because Xbox Scarlet or 2, what do you call it?
Hard. Scarlet.
So Xbox Scarlet versus PlayStation 5. We're going to break down a little bit of we'll go quick because I know I don't really care about this stuff, but this is more your territory.
Did you look at the Call of Duty Modern Warfare stuff? Have you ever played? Do you like Call of Duty?
I liked Modern Warfare 2.
I think this new Modern Warfare looks really cool, and it looks like their single player campaign is going to be really grimy and like really make you like realize how terrible fucking war is. But it looked really nice. I've never been a Modern Warfare fan, but this one looked really good. I just wanted to bring that up. I had it. Oh, you know who? Real quick, we're on video games. Switch, dude. Nintendo fucking knocked it out of the park. Like, I don't really care about a lot of the games they showed. Like, I don't really care about like Luigi's Mansion and shit like that. It looked fucking cool though. It looked like you were a Ghostbuster. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, you even had like a pack and you sucked the. You see it?
Didn't you play the first one?
Very minimally.
Okay.
Yeah. But it just looked. It looked really nice though. Like the way it looked.
Yeah.
And then they just had a ton of games. It looks like Switch like.
A ton of games at $70 a pop for forever.
Yeah, that's the problem is their sales. They had a big sale recently and it's not great. But Switch looks like it's going to be like dominant for a really, really long time. Which
cool.
You know, for
Good thing
me,
that you invested so heavily in them.
For me, Wii was really hit or miss. You know.
Yeah.
Like we got it at first. Well, let's be honest, we only got one at first because like at that point the kids were really young. They didn't want one yet. Like they were like toddlers. And my wife was like, "Well, don't worry, we'll get it. I'll use it to work out." I think that's how a lot of people got fucking Wii's. And then
we never had a Wii. We got a Wii U.
Jesus.
And we got it for Mario Kart.
Oh, the Star Wars thing too. You see, they had like a little Wall-E. Did you see that thing? They had some little robot. It looked just like Wall-E.
Oh, really? I know they got the robot that is like on his back.
Yeah, it jumps off, and like its face looks like Wall-E to me. Or like maybe Johnny Five or some shit.
Or like just any fucking robot.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It doesn't. The thing about Star Wars too is fuck EA. EA ruins every non-sports game ever because they want you to fucking buy loot boxes and shit like that. And they're like, oh, and they have this new thing where they're like, it's gambling. I don't know, dude. It blows. I don't know.
Yeah.
EA will ruin Star Wars. Anyway, back to PS5 versus Xbox Scarlet.
Okay, the CPU of the PS5 is 8 cores. See, I don't know if this even makes sense.
It does.
So just read it as is because it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
8 core 7nm custom AMD Zen 2. What the fuck does that mean?
Okay. What's the other one?
And then Xbox is a 12 core 7nm custom AMD Zen 2.
That's better.
Because it's 12
cores.
It's 12.
Yeah, it's 12 cores.
So it's winning. Put check mark Xbox.
Yeah, check mark Xbox.
And then CPU specs, which is, how's that different than CPU?
I don't know. What's it say? Well, it's probably like the megahertz.
It's the same thing.
The gigahertz
3.2. Oh, no, 3.2 versus 3.4.
So the Xbox has more?
Mm-hmm. Check bar Xbox. What's the GPU?
That's like a graphics card.
Custom AMD Radeon Navi for the 5. Same thing.
I don't really know anything about Radeon or like AMD stuff, to be honest, because I don't use that.
Let's get to the things I understand.
But I do find it interesting that they're so heavily. I wonder why consoles are so heavily like intertwined with Radon
I don't
and
know.
AMD.
I don't know.
I'm not either.
It sounds like the storage is going to be a custom SSD, possibly with a 2 terabyte hard drive for the PlayStation. And the Xbox is next gen, 500 gigabyte. It's just a bunch of letters.
Yeah, it's really funny because if you watch the Scarlet presentation, they basically were like, next level, we're really excited about this SSD that's been around for fucking ever. Like, the stuff they were saying is
Yeah.
stuff that you already have been able to have on PC for many, many, many moons.
Here's where we want to. Here's the. They're both going to have disk drives.
Okay.
That was a thing that maybe was just going to go all.
That's smart because fucking if you have shit sitting on your... Because they're supposed to be backwards compatible.
That was my next thing.
So they have to have disk drive.
PlayStation is backwards compatible with the PS4 and the PlayStation VR,
But not the 3.
not the 3.
That's so dumb, dude.
Xbox is compatible
That's the
with
winner right there.
Xbox One, Xbox 360, and Xbox Original.
I don't understand
why
well,
PlayStation doesn't just... Because they're assholes.
Well, they went to Blu-ray for PS3. They started using Blu-ray discs on PS3. But, like, I don't know why they still couldn't have a reader that read the old PS2 games. Or PS3 games, rather.
Yeah.
That's the fucking bullshit. For me, from my perspective, I want to play college football.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have PS3 anymore.
So it is also backward compatible, like quotation marks, because there are games that aren't.
Yeah, it's not completely backwards compatible.
No, neither of them are.
Oh, some games aren't. How?
College football is not backwards compatible. It's not on the list of backwards compatible games.
Did you look?
Yeah, and Snoop Dogg has a petition out.
No shit.
We're getting on board. SGT.
We're on Snoop right now,
Yeah,
guys.
Team Snoop.
Team Snoop. So Snoop basically was like, hey,
I want to use my Xbox One instead of having old Xbox 360s everywhere. He takes that shit serious too, like tournaments and leagues.
I wonder. I watched Snoop stream on Mixer once, and it was so fucking boring. It was so boring. He's not very good at it.
That's weird.
He just doesn't care
He's
about.
like 60.
He's rich. He's like, I don't care about this camera. Like, he doesn't talk to anybody ever. It's just like you're watching Snoop get high as shit and play video games. That's all it is.
Some people like that though.
Oh, for sure.
The launch date for the PlayStation, November 2020 ? And then Xbox is essentially the same time, holidays, around the holiday season 2020. So
Which one are you getting?
Neither.
No. Why?
Not at first. Holy shit.
I bought
Which one are you getting?
neither. I bought the PS4 at launch. It was
no way.
really fucking expensive.
Here's a little tip. Don't ever buy a launch console.
I bought the PS2 at launch, I bought the PS3 at launch, and the PS4 at launch. I've never had a problem with a single PS4 console ever. Or PS console ever. Only problem I've ever had a problem with was the 360.
360 for sure.
It was dog shit.
Yeah. I've had problems with... I guess I'm trying to think back. I still had that old, like, brick-looking PlayStation 2, like the launch.
I had that.
I guess I did have a launch PlayStation 2.
Only problem I ever had with that was the tray.
Like, not working right.
Like it would, like it would.
Did you ever put it like a tower? Like
Fuck
a
no, I wouldn't
psychopath?
do that.
Who does that? Does anyone put
Do you want your disc to fall out? That's so dumb.
That, yeah. Does
No, of
I
course
look
didn't
at
do
that. Judge human beings by if I walk into your house and you have the Xbox up and down like vertical, something's wrong with you.
I mean, it would be better for airflow.
Yeah,
Depending on where your vents
but
are.
it looks
though.
stupid. It's not a
Well,
computer.
I
Stop trying to make it a computer.
I don't know. It's hard for me to justify buying a console nowadays. I mean, if I were to buy one, it'd be PS5.
We get it.
If I was going to buy one, it'd be
After
PS5.
you just said
Well-
Xbox winning,
Well, I mean, who knows what the fuck? There's times where there's components that are on paper are better than another component, but they're less reliable. Or I mean, you never know how that's going to shake out. But the reason why is because more than likely those games that are Xbox exclusive, I'll be able to get in the Microsoft store or the Microsoft store on PC. So if I want exclusive stuff, I might as well buy a PlayStation.
what happens when college football comes back, but it's console only
I'll buy a console.
for sure?
1000%.
Quitting streaming.
That's the scary part. When you were talking about playing, you're talking about we should all get together and play a franchise
Well, not
or
even, like a-
dynasty together.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm afraid that I would never stream again.
Damn.
I love
You hear
that
that,
game
folks?
so much that I'm afraid that I've end up taking days off because I only have so much time to play video games.
Another day would be checked off, and that'd be your college football day.
Something.
Or you could honestly, you could just be like, "Hey, on whatever day I play college football on my stream."
Could, but I feel like I would alienate all of my regulars.
But you might gain people.
Could, but I don't want to alienate the people that are there for me.
No.
Those are the people who come watch this shit show.
Yeah. But then it's like
none of our SGT friends are fucking coming to watch this.
Johnny Nintendo sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. And Johnny Nintendo and Mrs. Nintendo.
I've never heard her call that. I'm gonna call her that now.
Mrs. Nintendo.
Yeah, that's funny. Speaking of Johnny Nintendo, he's HARD because Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, dude, that came out of the blue.
Yeah.
Although it's a long ways away.
Yeah, it's like still in development stage.
Oh yeah, early development stage.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they just showed a little snippet. It wasn't supposed to be shown though, because they had a different Zelda game. They had, like that cartoony looking Zelda game instead.
I'm not a fan of the cartoony looking Zelda.
I'm not either, man. But like, I gotta do something on the Switch. Jesus
You
Christ!
had to justify it. Can't just play fucking Stardew Valley and
I could
Skyrim.
probably play Skyrim forever. It's the greatest game of all time.
Did you get Breath of the Wild?
No, because I can never find it on sale.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah.
If I can find it for $40, I'd buy it immediately. I'm not gonna play it.
You taking your Switch when you go to TwitchCon?
I'm not sure. I've considered it because fucking airplanes, layovers.
I figured that's the whole reason to have a Twitch or a Switch.
Yeah,
Switch, Twitch. Jesus.
probably. I'll probably take it. I know people say they take it for like lulls and shit at the TwitchCon, but I'm like, I'm not expecting to have any.
No
of those.
way. Like, especially your first time.
Yeah, I want to take that shit all in. I don't want. If I was like a developer and I had a booth, I could see having it. Maybe
It's in California, right?
San Diego.
God damn. You know what you should do? Go to Anaheim.
Why?
Go to Galaxy's Edge at Disney. Oh my God. I was listening to them talk about it. It was on Fat Man Beyond. One of the guys, one of Kevin Smith's buddies, had went. I was tearing up, man.
For real?
Like how immersive and amazing it's going to be.
Really?
Like, and then I was texting the group, like my Star Wars friends, and
Nerds.
yeah, and I guess, or is it, or where there's Florida Disney, Orlando. Theirs opens later this year, and
I've always heard that's a better Disney.
it's going to be a better Star Wars Disney too. They're gonna pass out. You have to wear Star Wars clothes, like, because the biggest complaint I guess at Galaxy's Edge is like it's so immersive, but then you'll just see guys like in Avengers t-shirts and other geeks are just like, oh, okay.
You mean the general public are ruining it for people?
Yeah.
So they want.
But they know that, you know, the fear was it's just gonna be so crowded, like you're not gonna be able to enjoy yourself. But they limit how many people are in there. You have to get a reservation until it's open to the general public.
I gotcha.
I don't know when that happens, but just listen to it. I was like, Megan. I even texted Megan. I was like, we might need to start saving to go to a Disney.
So fucking expensive.
Yeah, but damn.
You can plan your trip online and make payments to it.
My Tiffany's cousin is like a consultant that plans Disney trips. Try to find you the best deals. Might look her up maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but that's sidebar. God, I want to fly the Millennium Falcon. I want to push the little lever to go to hyperspeed.
My buddy Red Specs lives really close to Orlando.
There you go.
And,
so you got a buddy.
They do season passes to like Universal and shit.
God, that'd be weird.
I wanna
Could
go
you
to
imagine living in a
Universal.
world where you're like, hey, we got a free Saturday. Whoa.
Sorry. I've always heard that.
Whoa.
I immediately wanted to blame Megan because she moved her mic cord. I was going to be like,
heck?
God damn it, Megan.
I have always heard that Disney's like someplace everyone should go once, but as an adult, Universal's like
Yo,
cool.
Legit.
Yeah.
when I was even a teenager, I thought Universal was 100 times better.
I've always thought that ever because I just don't.
Disney was cool,
Yeah.
but Universal was Back to the Future and like all the cool shit that you really are into.
I work with a guy that goes every fucking year. He takes his family
How?
every year. There's 5 of them.
How?
It makes bank apparently,
Like,
yeah.
but like they go every fucking year. Like they fly down, they stay in the Disney hotels.
You know, I've always heard like people that do trips for Christmas and stuff is a better thing for your family.
That's what we did last year. Instead of doing like a bunch of presents, we
Maybe
just
I
went
heard
on
it
a
from
trip.
Want to do that this year?
No, I like gifts.
It's kind of a hassle, and it's kind of the worst time to go to a lot of places because a lot of people do it. So
yeah,
we should definitely talk to his cousin.
His contact?
His cousin.
yeah, we'll get you a number.
there we go.
Or you guys should talk to Tiff about it this weekend or something.
Yep.
Tiff doesn't reply to me. I'm still waiting on a reply from 2 days ago.
Awkward.
1 day ago. Love you, Tiff.
She'll never hear this. Don't worry.
No, she just
pops
opens
in.
it and forgets
She
it.
pops in sometime.
So X-Men Dark Phoenix bombed horribly.
Wow.
I told you it would.
Yeah,
I
Megan
don't know what
warned
that
me.
is.
I called that. Did Rocket Man do better than it?
Probably.
Let me look up the stats.
Well,
real
you can.
quick.
I'm not going to take your phone away from you.
I also have some incoming news that just dropped.
What?
It's sad. Dog the Bounty Hunter wife's
Beth.
Beth. She's in a medically induced coma.
That is sad.
Dang.
Yeah, so she's probably not gonna make it. Would be my
No,
guess.
that's not necessarily.
Well,
Ric Flair
she's
kicks
had-
out every other week.
she has really
fair.
bad cancer, lung cancer.
Oh, cigarettes. DC wants James Gunn to direct the Justice League reboot. Thoughts? I like how they're like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy is sweet, and we like what he's doing with Suicide Squad. Let's just have him do all our shit.
I mean, yeah, that seems like a solid idea.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know who else I want to do it? Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, good.
It's like I have this mob movie. I wonder if getting Scorsese would be a good idea.
Yeah, do you think he would work out?
Yeah.
Like, no shit, you want him to do your movie?
Yeah.
I don't see it happening, though.
Why?
He is, it's like...
He's too busy.
Yeah, he's booked up
Yeah.
for years now because he's doing Suicide Squad now, and then he immediately switches over and does Guardians 3. So it's like, so maybe in 20... But then again, the plus side of that is if you're going to reboot Justice League, wait 5 years.
You can tell, like, that dude is just obviously supreme talent because he went toe-to-toe with the mouse
And one,
and won.
no one bends the knee to the
Nobody.
mouse. Or he didn't bend the knee to the mouse.
He's the only one I can think of ever. All-time champ.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Batista still has a job. And he ran his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But
He's not running the ship, though.
no.
Okay. Rocket Man brought in 25 million and Dark Phoenix brought in 33. So it did do better than Rocket
That's
Man.
still
Which was what our bet
horrible.
was.
Both of those are horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. Mrs. Birdlaw, I did respond. You didn't respond back.
Boom.
What? Let me look.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Well, we have our messages.
It's a wife off.
Yeah. We'll settle this next week.
Wife on?
We have our messages set to delete after opening, and we need to change that. So it must have got opened and disappeared.
What the
before I
fuck?
read
How
it.
do you text?
It's on Snapchat.
Oh, there's your problem. You're
I'm sorry,
communicating like
Tiff.
teenagers.
Yeah, use fucking text messages
God
like adults.
damn.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
Hunger Games, a Hunger Games prequel is in the works. Did you like the Hunger Games movies?
Not really.
I like the idea of them. I never finished them.
Yeah. I like World's Most Dangerous Game. That short story. That was cool. Same thing, but grittier.
Bill and Ted Face the Music is in production. Did you see they're tweeting out pictures of the cast, and so it's centered around their daughters.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. They tweeted out the picture of like, this is Bill's daughter, this is Ted's daughter.
Do we know who plays it?
I didn't recognize the actresses.
Who would you play? Or, like, who would you have play the daughters?
Harley Quinn Smith would be one of them.
Oh, really? Yeah, that would be good. I don't know young. So Jennifer Lawrence
She could
and
be
Rebecca
Bill's
Romaine
daughter.
is the only people I can think of.
Rebecca. She's like as old as they are.
It's just the last two females I saw from Hunger Games was Jennifer Lawrence and then Rollerball.
My wife just said, I was going to use regular text, but given the context, I felt it was safer to Snapchat it since it disappears.
Jesus.
The fuck does that mean?
Shady
I
shit.
love her.
The Joker movie will be rated R.
Yes!
Good. I'd take MA.
Oh, NC-17.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're gonna see him.
I want to see him
dick.
drop some dong.
God. That would shake things up in the DC
You know
versus
what's
Marvel.
funny is I just thought of this. They were in Brokeback Mountain together, and now they're both Jokers. Or Jokers.
Who? Joaquin Phoenix is not in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh,
Jake Gyllenhaal
that's
is,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
who would also been a good Joker,
My
but
bad.
he's Mysterio.
My bad. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Jason Momoa said he would be down to play Wolverine, and that it was one of those like just comments that was he was asked a question and he's just responding, but it got me thinking: would you be okay with Aquaman playing Wolverine, or like just Jason Momoa in general playing Wolverine?
I mean, different universes, so
I don't like when major characters are two. Like I don't like when one guy is two major characters.
yeah, I can see your point. Who you think's Wolverine?
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Well,
But I mean, he's done.
yeah, being realistic, I would get an unknown. I wouldn't get a big name. I'd get an unknown that I'd lock him into 15 movie contract and be like, sorry, buddy.
This is like old school,
Yeah.
like old school,
Like old studio,
yeah.
like where they own that little
they own
orphan.
that. They own that person, and
They literally got orphans, and we're like, we own them now. The studio is your parent, your legal guardian.
Huh.
Like 19 teens shit going
yeah,
on
like
here.
we just used to like own actresses was like the big one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, sorry, you got to lose weight. You can't do
You're
like
too fat.
yeah.
105 pounds is too
105
fat.
pounds is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who would you get? Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck.
Oh my God, that'd be crazy.
No, I don't know. I can't think of anyone right now off the top of my head. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, so that's the heavily rumored one.
But
But
it can't, right?
according to my rules,
he's not a hero.
and he really wasn't seen in Batman.
That's true.
Like, there's just like
Tom
one-
Hardy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If they were like Tom Hardy is Wolverine and Hugh Jackman's like cool, I'm cool with it.
He's the third best Tom of all time.
Yeah, we talked about that on. Was that in just real life or was
That's
that
just
on-
real life, I think. I think literally we did a podcast and then our
Then
best
our-
conversation
was
was
after?
half after the entire
What
thing.
about Keanu Reeves as Wolverine?
No, too old.
Too old?
Yeah, too old, too sweet.
I'm
Keanu
not
Reeves
sure
was-
what Commander Chuckles
I
is
wasn't even
asking.
gonna even respond to it. I think he's just being dumb.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah. So
Boom.
yeah, I think probably Tom Hardy.
That'd be cool.
I can think of a better one.
Like I said, I'd go unknown, but if you're making me pick someone famous, I'd pick Tom Hardy as well.
Yeah. I mean, well, the alternative is someone not famous. How the hell we name that person?
Yeah, no, but
Oh,
like
okay.
like unknown, like when because like certain movies will like, hey, we want to cast an unknown in this role, just so like Star Wars did it essentially with when they reboot, well not when they rebooted, but when they have all these new characters,
Yeah.
like John Boyega and I can't think of Ray's
Michael B.
real
Jordan.
name. Hey, there's a fucking twist.
Yeah.
Killmonger is Wolverine. See, I hate that. When
What about
like,
Zac Efron?
I would take Zac Efron just in my life.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of him being like the grittier.
I think he could do it. I think he's actually a pretty good actor.
Okay.
That's Zach. Zach
Is it-
actor.
Galifianakis?
Oh, how about Zach Galifianakis as Wolverine? Didn't you sign a petition online for Danny DeVito to be Wolverine?
Fuck yeah.
like,
I'm
fuck
in.
you. No, that's wrong.
I'm in.
No way.
No, Danny DeVito should be Wolverine.
No. Moving on.
That's my Wolverine.
So Endgame is 40 million away from topping Avatar,
It's still in the theaters.
and they got a plan.
Did you see that the new content thing?
They're re-releasing it with new content.
Does that count as money?
Counts as money. God, see, this is
That should be a caveat. That should be an asterisk.
This is where me and Alex were texting about this. So I looked into it, and because I was trying to think of any other movies that have done this. Star Wars has done it. In the 90s, Star Wars came out with the originals, but with added in shit. And according to Box Office Mojo or whatever, those count as separate releases.
They should.
I agree that if you've added anything to the movie, it should count as something different. But I guess it's just at the end, like a deleted scenes. Like you're just getting the Blu-ray bonus features at the end, is the article I was reading. So that I don't think should count as a separate re-release. That's just like, hey, we're gonna play a trailer at the
Like
end.
an uncut version or something. Like, I think like an uncut version should count towards the same numbers because it's content that was created during the original run. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, that would be what they were doing. It's not like they went and filmed more shit.
Okay.
That would be really shady.
Well, I'm
if they're
asking-
like, hey, let's get the cast together and film more stuff. No.
Well, no, I
Lord of the Rings
kind of
did.
thought that they had recorded this previously.
They recorded
with
this previously.
the intent.
To do this?
Yes.
No, see, I think this is strictly a, hey, we're so close, what would put us over the edge?
They shouldn't be able to do it. Fuck it, dude. Who are they fighting?
Avatar. Fuck Avatar, though.
Yeah, but fuck it, dude. James Cameron, he did the movie and he didn't fucking re-release it. No stupid shit.
No,
like
he
that.
just charged $25 a ticket because it was 3D, and that's the only reason.
Make 3D movies, motherfucker. That's all I don't know. Tell you.
Well, they do, and no one fucking likes them because we were all soured on Avatar when we all went and saw that.
I didn't watch it in 3D.
I didn't see it in theaters. Isn't that weird?
I don't think I watched it on theater. I think I saw it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first.
What's the first Blu-ray you ever watched?
I told you this. I bought a Blu-ray player.
To watch fucking Gangs of New York. We get it.
No, but
We get it. You like this fucking
I
movie.
actually doubled down on Blu-ray because this is back when HDVD and Blu-ray were still having a battle.
Yeah.
And I bought a Blu-ray player from Sony for $500.
That's so
That's
crazy.
disgusting.
It was a fucking brick. It was huge,
Yeah.
dude. And I bought that thing. It was slow, but it was gorgeous.
Oh my god, that was the funny, like not funny, but I remember putting in the first Blu-ray and it was like loading and it took forever,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is going on here?
Dude, it was so slow, this fucking thing. But it was cool because like this is back in the day, they would send you firmware updates in the mail, like on a CD or on a DVD.
Oh, I think I remember you saying this.
I put it in and it fucking update the firmware. But anyway, I bought that, and the first movie I ever watched on it, I believe, was Crank.
A classic.
Yeah. It was amazing though. It looked great.
Yeah.
We got that, and we got at the time A Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It just come out.
Honestly, those are not bad movies to watch in Blu-ray.
It was great.
District 9 was what I watched.
That's a good one.
And it was
That movie sucks.
see, I liked it.
I
She hated it.
have that movie, I believe.
I went on a date with someone before you
Oh.
to go see that movie.
You dated someone before you married Tyler?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I'm such a skank.
You floozy.
Yeah, we got Avatar. Mrs. Burlon and I watched Avatar on that.
Well,
on
no
that
shit, you watched it
slow
with her.
ass-
You've been with her since 7th grade.
Yeah, we were like children, literally.
You literally saw Ferngully with her, and then they just remade it and called it Avatar. Kingsman prequel is coming out February 2020. It's called The Kingsman. It's going
That's
after
original.
the first. It's The King's Man.
Man. Oh, okay.
It's the first Kingsman.
The King's Man.
Kingsman.
Mm.
I'm excited for that. I like that franchise.
I do too. But I haven't seen the newest one, but I like it.
You haven't seen Golden Circle?
Mm-mm.
God damn.
We had this conversation, right? Because Elton John's in it.
We always have these conversations about we forget that one of us hasn't seen something that the other values greatly, and then we bicker
It's
like,
pretty much almost everything that we hold dear the other one hasn't seen.
but somehow this works.
How in the fuck does Tyler... Look, guys, Tyler hasn't seen Kings of New York. Can we talk
Gangs
about
of New York.
Gangs of New York? We just said Kingsman. It was
You
in my brain.
haven't? That's a good one.
I know.
It's fucking amazing.
With the 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has the
yeah.
second. It has the second greatest actor of our lifetime in it, Leonardo DiCaprio. And it
Or
has
the
Daniel
cur-
Day-Lewis, the best character
most
actor of all time.
overrated actor.
He's
If-
not overrated.
He comes out with he's had made 5 movies I've heard of, and I haven't seen any of them.
Get cultured.
Cultured motherfucker.
Look, this guy pretends he's a movie buff.
No, I don't. Not
You
anymore.
used to though.
Used to.
He used to like be like, oh, I'm a movie.
We literally went through IMDb and found out when we stopped watching new movies. Like we
Yeah.
all found out we hadn't seen a new Tom Hanks movie
since like
the,
2012 or
the
some shit.
Terminal or whatever it was, 2010.
Oh no, I watched one
I
after
know
that.
it was good. Toy Story 3 was the last Tom Hanks movie that I had seen that is recent.
Captain Phillips. I saw that.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, this was literally an off mic.
We had an off-mic conversation because we were trying to figure out who the best Tom of all time was. It's Tom Hanks.
We figured it was Tom Hanks. Going
Yeah.
into it, we were all assuming.
We thought Tom Hanks.
and that's when it was like, holy shit, though. We haven't seen a Tom Hanks movie in a long time.
right. Well, these guys are trying to tell me. Well, Corey was really for Tom Hardy being the best Tom of all time.
Yeah.
But this is just because we're in hot Tom Hardy mode right now.
Tom Hardy's in his prime.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is.
Tom Hanks' prime was shifted back a decade plus.
Yeah, that was so. 20 years ago, we were in the hot and heavy Tom Hanks
Yeah.
prime.
Prime Tom Hanks.
Yeah. When literally he did not make a mistake movie wise.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't even say he's making mistakes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to see his movies.
Right. They were like they were cultural phenomenon.
They were Marvel movies before Marvel movies.
Yes.
Tom Hanks is the first Marvel movie.
Yeah. Forrest Gump was the first Marvel movie. but yeah, so then we decided that
Tom
Tom
Hanks
Cruise is probably the second
universe.
Tom, though.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think Tom Cruise is second Tom. Just look
but
at prolificness.
He has the issue of he only comes out with the same type of movie nowadays.
Yeah, which is
Mission
weird because of how
Impossible or
old he
Jack
is.
Reacher. You'd think Tom Hardy would be doing that stuff.
Yeah, but Tom Hardy makes movies that I enjoy more.
I used to think that way, but now it's like, give me some guns and explosions.
See, I'm still not there.
I went away from that and then just came back to my roots on who I was.
That's who you are. You like to like
A popcorn action movie.
Yeah,
I want
You're
to
like-
laugh and
you like seeing the home runs.
chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you-
want Moneyball get you can and I didn't see fucking Moneyball.
Yeah, I'm still like I still have very much how to have a type of movie that and it's not that, but yeah. So Tom Hardy fits in that for me.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
way better than Tom Cruise does.
Yeah. Tom Cruise fits in the other for me. But
Yeah.
when Tom Hardy floats into my genre, he
Mhm.
nails it.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
He's fucking.
And everyone.
He's a goddamn masterpiece.
He's a
that
handsome man.
God damn it.
Uh,
Although he did not nail it for me in Venom. I liked Venom. His character was weird, man.
Oh yeah, when we were saying what is his greatest role, and
Mm-hmm.
Corey said Venom.
Yeah. his best role for me is Peaky Blinders.
See, I'd never seen that because I was too busy watching Venom.
What was that?
My chair.
Oh yeah, purple check in his new chair. If you hadn't noticed,
Yeah,
if you're watching the
this
stream.
new old ass chair we got right here.
Yeah. Oh, but he's just.
This
I'm
is-
glad I don't got to hear about the bitching.
This is my family's computer room chair.
Now they're just standing at the computer.
Yep. Fuck those guys. No. I got a new Batman chair.
Cool.
It's fucking awesome.
It is cool. I'm jealous of it.
The Secret Labs Batman chair. That's my stream chair now. So my old stream chair. I wanted to bring my old stream chair here, but my kids were like, "No, we want it." And I figured there's no way we were going to use it because our family computer is in our dining room, and my wife's not going to want that big ass racing
Blows
chair
my mind. You still have a family computer.
in the family room. Why?
I don't. We just don't have like a computer. I guess the computer we have is right here and gets used once a week for Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, it's just my old gaming computer, but it was just too good to just let sit around. I mean, it's still a really good computer.
Do people write papers on it? Remember that was a thing. Like I gotta write.
They
a
will.
paper.
Yeah.
That's crazy. People still writing papers.
We always had a family computer for that kind of stuff.
Growing up, we had a family computer,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's weird. Megan, your head is on the microphone.
That was your glasses. It just sounded like.
Christ, this is a professional fucking podcast.
But yeah, we always had a family computer. We still have one. But yeah, your kids got to write papers, man.
Yeah, that we've talked about this. I thought that we should get one, and Megan did not. For the reason I thought the kids need to start learning computer stuff.
Yeah.
Megan don't think so.
Yeah, my kids are all over that shit.
So Netflix murder mystery. Did you hear about this?
Is it Choose Your Adventure?
No,
Oh.
it's the Adam Sandler and Jennifer
Oh
Aniston.
yeah, it fucking blew up.
So if they did if this would have been released in theaters, how much money it would have made opening weekend?
Yeah.
120 million. It would have made opening weekend.
But it wouldn't have though,
No, it definitely wouldn't.
because
have.
people are going to go watch that at the movie theater.
So you're thinking half that?
probably not?
So even like a fourth,
Mm-hmm.
which is still good.
Yeah, I bet it'd be like 25, 20, honestly.
Yeah,
Because I wouldn't have gone and seen it. And
No way.
I love them two in movies together.
but just sitting at home.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
It
easy
doesn't-
peasy.
Like, I like a good murder mystery, but it doesn't really look good to me.
It looks like Adam Sandler movies. The
I haven't
best
seen
Adam.
it. I haven't even seen anything about it.
It just looks.
I'll watch it, but
It has its funny Adam Sandler kind of humor sprinkled in.
I just assumed it was like what were they in together? Where he goes to the beach and she's like his. They had a movie together.
blended.
Nope.
No.
They had
Just say.
Just say anything.
No, just say go.
Just
Or-
say
Nope.
the word.
nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Anyways,
50 First Dates.
nope.
No.
Well, they had a
She
movie.
is Drew Barrymore.
She's a new Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Either she's older.
I'm pretty sure it's blended.
Just go with it.
It's not blended.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Just go with it.
It's just
yes,
go with
still,
it.
it sounds better.
Just go with that.
Okay.
You ever tried Bang?
You ever tried bang?
J.J. Abrams, his company Bad Robot, is
I know he had a company called Bad Robot.
they've made like it's his production company. He's partnering with Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
So
Just say Warner.
no,
That's how you say it.
WB.
Warner Brothers.
The Warner Brothers over here. Okay. Well, thanks for listening.
I can't handle what he says. The Warner Brothers. Fucking Katharine Hepburn over here. Jesus Christ. You should have an old-timey microphone.
I am an old-timey fucking professional. I'm sick of this shit.
Go ahead.
I'm sick of being criticized for who I am.
Go ahead. Hey, back to the Warner Brothers.
The WB wants him to be the DCU's Kevin Feige. Like how Kevin Feige is for Marvel, they want JJ to be that for the DC universe.
What's Kevin Feige for Marvel?
The overseer.
Okay.
Like,
So he's kind of the consultant guy that like he just
not
kind
even
of
consultant. He's like, hey, this is what we need done.
Oh, okay.
We're going to connect it this way, mapping it out.
Okay.
Is that just wishful thinking?
They got to do something. I mean,
Well, Joss Whedon turns him down on directing every movie. They just want him to direct every movie and JJ to oversee it all.
they gotta just they gotta pour just an insane amount of money, or they're just going to burn out of the water. Especially with all the streaming services coming up.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
who's going to go watch? Who's going to buy the DC stuff except for like the stuff they're doing with the TV shows?
Mm-hmm.
How can they even? I mean, I guess if they just double down on TV, because Marvel ain't shit on TV series.
It's going to be though. It's going like when Disney Plus comes out.
Yeah, they
and
say,
it's the
but
same movie quality.
But this is the time right now. This is the time. Like perfect analogy for me is Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox 360 came out a full year ahead. That was their time to like, because Xbox One wasn't shit compared to PS2. Like they just weren't. The PS2 was way bigger market share, so that was their time to come ahead and slam it. But then the Xbox 360 had constant red ring, shit like that, right? So they kind of blew it. This would be the time. Like if with streaming services coming in, if they would just double down and put out insane fucking content
Like
until
TV
Marvel
shows? Yeah.
until Marvel and Disney gets their ducks in a row, because that's going to be amazing. You know it's going to be amazing.
So maybe they should just steer less away from doing movies or do the one shot Joker style movies, and then just go like full fledged all in TV.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. You know what? Arrow
like a
and Flash and all them are going like, "Hey, motherfucker, we're doing it."
yeah. That doesn't pull me in though.
No, because it's on the TV network
it's
that you
on
hate.
CW.
Yeah.
Yeah, with One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Buffy.
You ready to draft, motherfucker?
Sure.
Yeah, because I have to pee.
All right.
All right, we're doing 1993 video games, and I get to go first because I won the last draft.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, check it. Check
What
your
draft?
work. 1993 movies, I think, or TV shows. No, TV shows. My fucking
Frasier?
Miles Crane pulled it through.
Did you really win?
Yeah,
This motherfucker. How could you guys vote for him in good conscience? You didn't even know Niles.
I'm pretty sure I won. It might have been 2 drafts ago.
You need to check the tape.
I'm checking my work.
Check the
I'll
tape.
check.
Check the. Yeah, we need a third party.
I don't trust them.
I don't trust him either. How dare you win a draft?
Fucking Warner Bros.
How dare you guys let him win a draft? That's what I want to know. Warner Brothers.
Yep, won 43%.
I should have voted for myself. All right, go ahead.
And I'm taking right off the bat.
What's that?
I'm angry. Never heard of it. All right, he took it. You heard him say that, right?
Taking NBA Jam.
Fuck! That was my number one pick.
Yep.
How dare you?
It's because my Warner Brothers. I would have took Star Fox, but
Warner
I
Brothers.
am deciding to fuck you over and take NBA
That
Jam.
was hands down. That was my number one pick by far.
Get your waiters on.
It's not even
Shit's
close.
getting deep.
Fine. My number one pick's Doom. Doom's a great fucking game. Mind your Snickers.
And then I'm going to take Star Fox.
Never heard of it. All right. I'm going to take Mortal Kombat 2.
I don't even have to cross these off. This is great.
Did you actually play NBA Jam?
I'm the fucking king, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. I've always wanted an NBA Jam arcade machine. I've always wanted that.
Really?
Yeah, that's like my. It's like if I had a man cave, that'd be the number one thing on my list.
I'd for
is
sure
an
have
NBA
it.
Jam.
If I had like arcade games, that'd be one I would for sure have.
Yeah, I'd have NBA Jam and Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, and Royal Rumble. Those are like
Yeah.
my favorite arcade games.
I want a house like big. I want that apartment with the ginormous
Me too.
trampoline and all the balls.
I'm going to go ahead and take... I don't think you take it, but I would be really upset if you did. I'm going to take Secret of Mana.
Nope.
Wasn't on his radar.
Was not on my radar. All right, I'm gonna take Myst.
Fucking game was hard.
It was fun as fuck though. It was beautiful.
For the time, like...
It was gorgeous.
I had it for 3DO.
Really?
Yeah.
I played it on PC. 3DO. Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I definitely didn't have a 3DO in 1993.
Mm-mm.
It'd have been, like, more mid-90s.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it... I don't know. Now... Ooh, this is tough. SimCity 2000?
Did that come out that year?
It's according to Google.
Hmm.
If you're questioning it, I'll pick another pick.
It did.
I didn't see it, but yeah.
So
I would have picked it if I knew it was
I'm
there.
shocked that you didn't.
Yeah. I looked through 3 different websites. I looked through 100 or no,
100?
40 games. I still didn't see it. It's like a top 40. I'm gonna pick. I don't know if you ever played this game before. Day of the Tentacle.
No.
It's pretty cool. It's a good game. Was that number 4?
Yep.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't pick any LucasArts games. Boy.
They must not have been on the Google 25.
Okay.
My last pick, Daytona, USA.
That's a good pick.
Funny story about it. Do you remember the Dolly 50 theater?
Yep.
In that strip mall?
Mhm.
That had arcade in it. And it had
Mm-hmm.
the actual, like, get in and steering wheel it. Well, my dad and I, we found that, played it, and it was like, holy shit, we're racing, man. Like that, at the time, this was the greatest, like,
Yeah.
arcade simulation of racing.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, we gotta, like, my uncle got involved, and then we're like, okay, now we're gonna, like, this is every other weekend when I'd be at my dad's, we're going to the arcade and playing that game. Well, we went and got my grandpa and heading into the arcade, and it was closed for some reason. So we turn around and go home, and that's when I got in a car accident and, like, changed our family's lives forever. My dad broke his back. Grandpa got messed up. I got ejected from the car.
No shit?
No shit.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Holy you got ejected from the car.
I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Do you know what a Ford Fiesta is?
What did we learn? Yeah.
Well, they said I might have got hurt worse.
Inside the Ford Fiesta.
If
pretty small.
Yeah, because all the seats, my dad and my grandpa's seats were, like, smashed back.
That's all. Man, Fiesta wasn't even made that year, right? That was like.
This was in 1995.
Was that a newer car then? 'Cause I thought they had like a long break because they came back recently.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, the accident was in 95, not in 93 when the game came out, but in 95 is when the accident happened. So I got the drunk driver. There was 4 cars. He was the 4th car, and I think we were the first or the second. And he went to pass 3 cars, like on a 2-lane road,
Yeah.
and just mistimed coming in and clipped us. I got ejected and landed on his car.
Holy fucking shit.
And then roll off into the side, and I'm just covered in poison ivy. And all the EMTs, because it's volunteer, it's in like Toboso area, so it's all volunteers.
Yeah.
So they know who we are immediately. And they're like calling my mom. But come to find out, all the EMTs that worked on me got poison ivy. They cut my fucking favorite shirt off me. My Orlando Magic Wizard.
They love doing that.
Yeah, bastards.
Wow, that was like every man in your family.
Yeah, it was like 3 generations could have been just taken
Wiped out.
Yeah, and I'm the only man with the Hewitt lineage.
Yeah, luckily you have boys.
Yeah.
You're the end of a line.
Yep.
That's wild, man. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Daytona. If that fucking arcade would have been open, it wouldn't have happened though. Or if the game wouldn't exist, maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't have picked it.
Wow, you should have picked it first, so I could have NBA Jam.
I knew you wouldn't fucking pick it though, so I knew I would save it telling that story at the end.
I want an NBA Jam so bad. I'm so sad right now. That's ruined my day. Hope you're happy with that.
Oh, makes me.
I want to.
Warner Brothers.
It makes
Warner
me
Brothers.
super horny.
Super horny.
I want to go with. I'm gonna go with DuckTales 2. Yeah,
Solid.
so I have 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Sam and Max Hit the Road.
Never played it.
It's really good. It has really good voice acting, but it's from LucasArts. And then Aladdin for Sega.
Yeah. So Disney's Aladdin.
There was 2 Aladdins though. I think that the
Super Nintendo Aladdin.
I think that one kind of was different.
I only had the Sega one.
Me too.
Kirby's Adventure for Game Boy was one of the funnest games I played on Game Boy.
There was a really big Zelda for Game Boy too, but I didn't have
it.
I didn't have it to Game Boy.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors was huge.
Yeah, when did you get that? Did you play it?
I didn't play that until I was older. Super Mario All Stars, which is just a collection of Mario games.
Yeah,
it's kind of cheap.
Yeah,
a cheap pick. I think that's it. Yeah,
I am dejected. I want to go home and
cry.
And probably cry. Tiffany Tyler has ruined my day. So if I come home and I'm in a bad mood, it's because he took NBA Jam from underneath me.
We should have a Twitch a special day where we play each other in NBA Jam. We can put it on the screen.
How will we do that? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
For my 30th birthday party, I had an NBA Jam tournament.
Really?
And I won. I went and bought.
Well, I gotta play it. I haven't played it in many years.
You gotta practice. Have a couple practice games. What team do you always be?
Is this Jam or Tournament Edition?
I have both.
So
the arcade version had Shaq, but the console versions did not.
Okay. I think I was Peyton and Kemp a lot. I think I was the Sonics a lot.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I was actually the Bullets a lot.
Spurs are a good team
because I liked Weber.
Yeah.
Although he might have been in Golden State for the tournament one.
See, I don't know. I know I'm always Orlando.
Regardless, you just Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott, or Scott Skiles and
Ken Anderson and
Nick Anderson.
I think it's Ken.
It's Nick.
Is it Nick?
I'm 1,000% positive.
Hardaway.
Oh,
Horace
yeah.
Grant.
And Fernie. Oh, yeah, and Horace Grant. The Bulls are rough.
Yeah, because no Michael.
You got Pippen and Horace. I think you had Horace Grant in the regular one.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
I think we might be playing Tournament Edition then.
I have to see the teams again.
Which didn't come out this year, so I didn't draft it. But
Tournament Edition might have a good Rockets team. It might have had Drexler and Barkley and Elijah one.
Probably,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. Man, now I'm HARD about playing NBA Jam.
Yeah. Got it on the Retron 5.
So what's the controller?
Super Nintendo.
Okay. I've never had a Super Nintendo.
Well, you'll get over that.
Did you have that?
You'll get over that quick.
Did you have Super Nintendo?
At all.
At all of them.
Back then, I was about the video game life.
I had a Sega that you could switch back and forth between different bits. It had a switch on it.
Yeah, I had that. It was the bigger one.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea why though.
Yeah, I never understood what the.
Nope, couldn't figure out what the point of that was.
Yeah, not at all. Like
I just always put on the higher one.
Growing up, I don't even remember.
No.
I don't. When was the last? So you didn't have them all. I'm trying to think of when I stopped getting every console. It would have been. I didn't have an original Xbox.
I did, but it was like my dad asked me one year what I want for Christmas, and I was like, I don't.
Panicked and said football.
I said I don't really care, and so like the Xbox was out already, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll take. I don't care about Halo. I just don't. I never liked Halo.
I liked it for a brief period.
So when when all my friends were playing Halo, I just really did not care.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take an Xbox, and so I had it, but it was literally like a paperweight. Like I can't even think of anything I played on it, to be honest.
Yeah. That was my GameCube. It was a paperweight.
I played GameCube a lot actually in college.
Wow.
Yeah. But I still think that the Dreamcast might be my favorite.
The most underrated system ever, probably.
Football and that was beautiful.
2K was amazing. Randy Moss. HARD, brother.
It was beautiful. I actually tweeted recently that EA said they'd be interested in playing and getting in NCAA out again.
That's what sparked everything, was your tweet. And seeing that, I was just thinking, man, just please don't put any people in it.
What would you pay?
Like realistically.
Realistically,
if it was on PC only, I'd buy a gaming PC to do it.
Okay, what if it was on console? You already had the console. What would you just pay for the disc?
Honestly, $200.
I think I would too.
And that's sick.
That was my cutoff. I was like, I think I'd maybe pay $200 for it. If I could get,
if only they would understand, like they could literally charge $200.
If I could get
what I want,
I wouldn't buy it every year.
And
with that price point.
I would only buy it once.
If it was just like they're coming out one time, boom, you're done, I'd pay $200 for it. If it was a reoccurring game, I'd go back to the $60 thing. But I'd buy it every fucking year.
It doesn't need to be a reoccurring game unless they're updating like gameplay or graphics, because It's not like we're Madden where you're updating a roster because
They do update the roster though.
yeah, but now you wouldn't do that anymore because that was the whole lawsuit issue. Was number 15 for Florida, who can run the ball and praise.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So
like they would just be really terrible.
It would just be
rosters.
QB1, QB2, and his number would be 1, 2, 3, running back 3 or 4, 5, 6,
right.
7.
They wouldn't really
Just generic, and then hit auto generate. I always auto generate. Did you play your dynasty with the numbers, or did you auto generate?
Brother,
names?
you're behind. I was like big league in it back then.
Oh yeah, you were
Operation
sending
Sports.
this off and getting the memory card back.
Mhm. Operation. There's these dudes in Florida. They would literally stay up all fucking night for like
I've
a
heard
week.
the stories,
Yeah, and you could send them memory cards. They put the rosters on there, and then you get them back. And I give them to all my friends. So it's too bad you weren't friends with me back then. You'd have updated actual real rosters.
I did it myself for Ohio State.
Yeah,
And I would put like the big names. I would create them all.
no, I would.
I was
would
always
do
big
that.
on like my own judging of skill set.
It was nice when PS3 came out, when it was on PS3, because they still did it at Operation Sports, and you just download the file.
Yeah.
Or you'd actually go in it was like a locker, like some kind of
Yeah.
EA locker or some
yeah.
shit, and you could get the roster files that way.
I think I did that for not the one I was playing last, but the one before that.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I remember the first time like we're all like we're gonna be Mac schools, and
I loved it. I
Yeah.
fucking loved it,
God
man.
damn it!
I loved
I was
being.
telling you what my dream would be if they pay like the contracts. So they had coaching contracts.
Mhm.
Like you got an offer for offense coordinator for 2 years at Texas, or you can be the head coach at UCF. And it's like I want money. I don't care what you got to call it, but I want there to be a reason to take an offensive coordinator job at a bigger school versus a small school head coach.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I was always sad because this was back then. Oregon wasn't like, there was a period of time where like Oregon wasn't quite to the point to where they were like in national championship game. Like it was before that. Like Phil Knight was still pouring money into it. They started getting cool uniforms and shit like that period.
That was cool. Yeah.
I think it was like right around 2010 maybe or something like that. And I would always be Oregon. That's what I would work up to. We'd all have to start at a 1-star school.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, yeah.
there's usually like 4
Rice.
or 5 of us playing together. You start like even worse than Rice. You started like a 1-star like Lafayette or some shit.
Kentucky,
Louisiana Lafayette.
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I remember when they finally came into the game, the Hilltoppers. That was
Yeah.
like a couple years before the game ended. But anyway, so you start that, you build your way up, and my finish spot was, no one could ever be Ohio State, wasn't allowed. But my finish spot was usually Oregon because they had so many uniforms. But the shitty thing is like Texas would be shitty because no one would be playing as Texas, and they would constantly get 5 stars.
Yeah.
And I'm at Oregon, and I'm constantly losing 5 stars. I'm like, I just won 3 national championships in a row.
Yeah, come
what
on,
do I
guys.
got to do?
Yeah.
I feel like there was always like a cap or some kind of thing tossed
Probably.
into their random system that wouldn't allow like a Duke. One year I had Duke, and I got Duke to be like a 5 or 6 star, whatever it was. That was max. And like I just could not get recruiting classes. I'd get like, the thing about Duke, which was cool, is I would get these running backs that were like 2 stars, but they ran like a 4.29.
Yeah.
And it's just
That's all you
game
need.
over.
Yeah.
That's all you needed, man.
Speed. I just rated everything by speed.
God, I fucking missed that game.
Megan, guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna play that tonight. We're watching Star Trek.
I gotta find the PS3, babe. Let's dig that thing up. Hope she didn't put it in a yard sale
Oh,
somewhere.
it's gone.
Fuck. God damn it.
You were gonna buy one on the way home. Stop at Video Trader.
I am stopping video chair to get a PS3.
So that wrapping it up.
Wrap it up.
You can follow the show on Twitter and Facebook at Some Guys Talking, and on Instagram and Twitch at Some Guys Talking Podcast. We're gonna ramp up the social media, especially during the show, because producer Megan's got that role now. So definitely follow. Where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter at Aviary Law. For sure, hit the Twitter up. If you haven't already, hit the Twitter up. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 follower mark on Twitter, so I'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, as always, this has been
Some Guys Talking.